I have made a bit of progress. I don't know if I can say quite a bit of progress because I don't know what the end game of this is. I haven't really bothered to look into any of the end game. But I do like what I have done so far with this, which I'll go over some of the details. So, I guess to recap, where's my... I've gotten some of the rods. I haven't gotten all of them, obviously. Unlocked all of the good props. Well, no, there's one left to go. I take that back. Kind of one extra pot. Most of the nets, I think. No, there's three left. I got this one. I've been using this one the most just because coastal and shallow happen to be the most plentiful, it seems, for your regular fish. That's the, like, I go there and I'm just hitting fish left and right. The real progress was, where's dry dock? I got almost all of the upgrades for my boat. I got the new hull. I only have 2 spots left to really unlock. And that just requires me going around and actually getting the materials to unlock it. And even then, it's like, well, I gotta figure out if I can get new parts to add on. But I got all this other stuff, and I've got quite a bit of space. I'll try to hop in once you finish your homework. Okay. I will be here. I've got a bunch of these Iron Haven crates, which apparently you can use. Excuse me. You can use them when you go onto the oil rig to upgrade stuff, but I haven't used very much of them. I thought I'd be using more of this stuff just like helping build. I probably need to go back and see if I can expand a bunch of stuff. I've just been going around trying to discover the world and all the different biomes, and there are quite a few biomes in this game. Remember, like, make lots of friends with the deep sea things. They are misunderstood. Speaking of deep sea things, where is it? Damage. Yeah. I don't have anything to fix. There's a handful. No, it's not here. Is it here? There's one. Yeah, it's this one. There's one pole where I can get the abyssal, meaning the deep sea stuff. I probably can't get it until I unlock this and this and this, which I don't even know what the hell this is. But yeah, this seems to be the arrangement that they have so far. I can do like Mantigrove, volcanic, coastal, shallow, various forms of the same thing. But I've seen many of the abyssal type sea creatures. They're like just a little bit deeper than normal, but the implication is that they're deep sea. But nope, can't get them yet, which Tetris better. Oh, hey, Wade. Cares for some reason BioShock PC version isn't filling screen. Your desktop or OBS? If it's not filling the do I have to go to... Yes. You have to go in the settings and you have to basically play around with the resolution until you get it to stretch in a way that doesn't have the bars up against it. Depending on what version of PC it is, there could be a handful of like modifications, like script changes that you may have to put in that will allow proper widescreen support with like a 16:10, which I don't remember if 16:10 existed for BioShock at the time that it came out. We might have just been starting getting into the 16:9. So don't quote me on that, but you may have to fiddle around with it when trying to get it to stretch to your screen. Just gameplay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to tinker with it. Half-Life and... Well, no. Half-Life definitely has a very similar issue where because the game originally came out in 98, everything was designed with 4x3. And they updated it to handle 16 by 9, 16 by 10, but it still is like, it wants to do 4x3. So you have to like jank it a little bit. You have to play around with it. It's on a laptop. Should still be the same thing. You just got to tinker with it. I think at most laptops somewhere around the 14 or 20 something resolution. That's damn. My glasses are getting fuzzy. Yes, they are getting oily and dirty. Hey, it's a ginger. You prefer to you prefer to jork it? Yeah, janking it, you know, jank it. Some people jork it. Oh wow, it's damn it. I see that spot right smack in the middle. Get LASIK, people. It's much easier. Having to take care of glasses is kind of a pain sometimes, but it can be done. How are you doing, Ginger? Let's try that. Oh, there we go. That's a lot better. Come on, go away. All right, we're gonna rest. And I've noticed you can let this game automatically rest for you, and it'll go all the way to 6 if you just want to let it do its thing. But if you stop it somewhere between 4 and 5, you get an earlier start on the fishing, and you can still get some of the nighttime stuff. I have a handful of crab nets, which I very much enjoy. Where's my troll net? Put that out there. So like here, yeah. Squid are brood squid. Ugh. Squid are a nighttime creature, so you want to get them all at night if possible. Prediction with Karis's audio interface, please screw. Hey DG, welcome. Nice to see you. Nice to see you all here. Ooh, I'll take that. Yeah, that is the interesting question. Will my interface completely crash the stream tonight? Because it crashed during just a chat session last night. So it'll be interesting to see. Is that mine? No, but I need to pick it up. What about this? Oh, I didn't check this properly. Okay. Yes, I am well, DJ. Well, I'm tired. I'm very exhausted. Well, there was a plan at some point to do TMNT, but because I'm a disappointment, I didn't even reach out to anybody because I was out in Portland most of the day, and by the time I got back, I actually laid down for like an hour. I needed to sleep. I was just gone. So I'm... Oh, hey. Maybe that'll work. I think we should go back and sell this off. Hang on. Got turned around. I finally figured out also how to use the trawl nets, which is basically zigzag back and forth. Which is kind of weird, but it works. Whoops. Hope the seagulls didn't catch us to those black. Yeah, he says that a lot. Very good. I saw you sitting in live stream VC and decided I would spare you this one time. Oh, you merciful demigod, you. I thought you were headed back. I did go to Montana last week. I spent time in there. I was supposed to go to Florida this coming week, but that project has since been canceled. So I'm going back to Denver. But I'm doing something that I've actually been looking forward to doing, which is working on the network side of things, the server side of stuff. Yep, I know. But it's going to be a short week anyway. I fly in, I think, Tuesday and fly out Friday. So it'll be fun. Oh, another thing that I meant to show. I have pretty fast engines so far. I don't know, because like I worked the math out. It's like you do 26.3, 26.3 plus 14. You're in like the 60s in terms of of knots, not kilonauts, just knots, which is faster than some single jet. You know, like is it inline jets, inboard jets? I can't remember the phrase because I'm dumb. But I just kept with this because I will go pretty fast already, and I like that. Portland, Maine. I would love to go to Portland, Maine. That actually is on my like bucket list of places to go. I've never been to Maine in general. I just want to try to enjoy myself. I was working on your birthday. I literally was, because yeah, I saw the stream notification, and I saw when I would be going in to do stuff is like, ah, shit. I am not going to be able to attend this at all. And no, I was working 12 hours. I started, we were supposed to start at like 5 p.m. that day. Because that's what everyone in the meeting, that's what all the project managers, that's the email that I saw, everyone on the TSA side was understood, okay, yeah, you're all going to come in 5 p.m. So I thought, oh, I'm going to have some time. I can maybe jump in, wait, stream for a little bit. Nope. Like between 10 and 11 a.m., boom, we got to go in because the machine just got dropped off. Like, what? This wasn't the arrangement. Well, can you go do it now anyways? Fine, I guess. And we were there a long time. So, yeah. There's no way that I was going to be able to do that, apparently. We should play a game tomorrow. I need to get in 1 weekend stream so I can meet my quota. We should definitely see about that. And if my face is twitching a lot tonight, that's because I'm tired. And I haven't had a lot of sleep. I haven't gotten a straight 8 hours of sleep, unfortunately. And you're gonna see it tonight. You're gonna see a lot of twitching. And it's already 6 o'clock. See, day goes pretty fast. Ooh, but the squids are already out. I like that. Oh. Snag squid. Inboard, yeah. Thank you, DG. It was inboard. Damn it. I don't know what the heck. Shit! You son of a bitch! I think not. Haha. The Tourette's is just, it is. It absolutely, it does that a lot when I don't get a lot of sleep. What seagulls? They're not around. It's fine. I can carry quite a bit of fish. I have my cargo from when I catch, but I also have a net from the trawl, and it can hold quite a bit. I've never maxed it out yet. Yeah, let's rest. There we go. What we'll do is we'll collect some of this, and then we're gonna head over to the oil rig so you all can see that. And we'll just trawl while we're at it. Yeah, we'll grab some of this. Or interesting. That's what I thought. No. Yeah, we're gonna see what we can offload. No. If we get a shark, it'll take up most of our space. Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit of this. There's a handful of biomes. Like over there, that's the, oh, I read it off earlier. I don't remember the name of it. It's essentially like the swamplands. And then there's kind of like a lava land where you can get specific lava fish. But yeah, like Scalar was saying, I want to get the deep sea stuff, but I imagine there's some like finality, I think, to that. Let's go to the generator. You can add fish or other biological mirror. So yeah, I helped them. You haven't used the stuff that I put in there yet? Why not? Is there nothing else I can do here? I think I've asked him this already. My whole professional career has been dedicated to scientific research at the corporation. So that's, well, north of half a century. Our current executive's father hired me when I was fresh out of college. He must have seen something in me all those years ago. Guess that's it. Yeah, 8 days till streams are disrupted for well, that's cool. Oh, hang on. What happens if we do this? If we just max out everything? Oh. It won't hold me anymore. So I had to just max. Okay, cool. I like that. Fired up. The crushing compactor. Oh, jeez. Clunks to life. The sounds of pneumatic pistons and strange squelching soon gives way to the stuttering sound of distant gears. Damn. Haha, we've done it. We've murdered. Yay. Large capsule drops down from the chute, labeled waste. Through its clear walls, you can see the remnants of the fish chute deposited. Well, probably be able to use this for chum, right? It's yours if you want it. Oh. Yum. Bait? We can now finally get this drill started. All clear! Initiating drill deployment 3, 2, 1. The drill descends. Ooh. wow. Oh no. Oh no. Fucking Deepwater Horizon. Damn. Welcome, Hank. Oh, jeez. This is nuts. Do I need to adjust my camera? I do a little bit. Wow. I just contributed to an oil spill. Good job, Karis. Gold star. Random question. How long can you touch type without looking at your hands to reorient? Not very long. I learned years ago for about maybe 6 months, maybe a year, I could blindly touch type, which, I mean, I can type pretty fast, but I like to be looking at what I'm typing to know where I am. Yeah, I know there's like the F and J, but I don't have that memorized in my brain anymore, unfortunately. Like, yeah, I know what WADs are just by staring, mouse, like there's the F, there's the WASD, but I'm not, like, I have to think about typing the word WADs in there, so like I don't have that programmed in my brain anymore, unfortunately. You woke up when you went live? Well, welcome. I'm pooped dog. Right, Skytex, the heat and just I think I'm still exhausted after everything that's happened. I had to lead the project that I was on, and that was mentally draining, and also the fact that it was just BS. So I did not plan properly, so again, I'm sorry. I'm terrible. BP would be proud. You know, I don't doubt that, unfortunately. That is very possible. It is very possible indeed. Oh, wow. It's okay to be. Yes, it is. It is indeed very okay. You spent all day outside flying, then worked this. Oh. Well, at least you got to fly some stuff. Alright, let's see what the mess that I got into. The scientist walks over, gripping handrails to counteract the shockwaves from the drill. We've broken through. We're underway. Do you not know what you just did? Or do you not care? And what about that huge crack that opened up? Is this reservoir stable? Admittedly, the fissure is larger than my model suggested, but it appears to have stable. Appears? Not doing anything drastic does not equate appears. We should consider halting the drilling for now. Yeah, I agree. You fracking Farquad. Also, we would be remiss in our duties to the local population if we didn't survey the area and gather some data. In that vein, fisherman, I have something. Fuck you. This factory has recently become operational, allowing us to manufacture equipment infused with the corporation's latest breakthrough. This is a new design. Okay. I'll take it. Sure. Using that rod, I need to collect specimen samples from the marrows. Oh, gee. Just to check that the fish species are unaffected by our population here. Shallow coastal. Crab. Interesting. Get the bear rug so you can make the I'm sorry video. No, I need a ukulele. Okay, just needed to check. Oh, I have more stuff. What's the science? No. Where's the factory? Woman stood just outside, just inside the doorway, sketching a design in her notebook. Hey there. Welcome to the factory. I'm the lead engineer here. Why are you drilling a tooth out? Because of your help getting things running here, I'm permitted to improve your equipment with our tech. So I'm now a contractor. Lovely. Wait. Is this how I get the thing? It is. That's how I get the first abyssal. Okay. I don't need any of these others right now. I want the mangrove. That was it. Dark canister. I have an Iron Haven crate. What is this? Fathomless winch. The dark canister. Is it this? It's that, apparently. Oh, gotta bring Bonzi a toy. She is right here in her circle. I feel bad for you. You're excused. So, penis at Portland then. Well, I'm not gonna be working in Portland. I was there today. Went to Cheesecake Factory, which that was quite tasty. No, I'm going to Denver next week, which I've done Denver before. I've gotten my fill of it. It's whatever. There's multiple tiers? Oh, wow. What is a fathomless winch? Do hydraulic. Okay, I don't have any of that right now. Stop drilling teeth out, damn it. No, I don't have any of that. I've only got the one. I probably have to go buy a fathomless winch. Yeah. Damn it. Alan Jones!
Alan.
Nice to see you, Alan. Steve! Karis does Denver. There's an old movie from this terrible director named, what is his name? Something Farmer. Damn it. I have to know this name. It's something Farmer. Donald Farmer is a terrible filmmaker, and as Jay puts it from Marla, he's a terrible filmmaker and an even better pervert. And he made this movie. This is one of those, like, he got the camcorder and just hired a bunch of people. The movie is called Debbie Does Demons. It's so bad. Oh. And I just thought of that. We are farmers. Dun, dun, dun. Yep. Good old JK. How's it going? It's going all right, Alan. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, but I wanted to play something. I wanted something that I almost can turn my brain off. Planet Crafters would actually require me to think, as I learned recently. So I wanted something that I barely have to think at all. Even this might be a little too much. What? Hold on. You deleted that? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. What's in the tech lab? Oh, yeah, it's not ready yet. We have plans for interchangeable module system. You'll see. I'll show you when it's up your butt. Oh. Okay, cool. This... Huh. I can use the stuff now. This is what I've been waiting for. This is why I've been saving all this junk. Everything appears to be in order. I'll get my team on it. Boom, here we go. At last, I'm excited to try some of these. No way. I can get better lights? $50? Research parts? Oh, okay. I need a research part to be able to unlock it, to then be able to use the part. Oh my god. That's fine. I don't use the pulses. Oh. That's a double-edged sword. Because you use the foghorn, the anglerfish bastard, whatever it is, becomes known to your presence easier. I've tested that out. So I'll probably get that, but I'm not gonna use it very often. Wait, what's cookie clicker? What's the cookie clicker? Is that a Discord sound that I've forgotten about? Where's my sound? I don't know what the cookie clicker is. You're gonna have to hop in and tell me, because I don't remember what that is. Sounds like a Wanda shear up after Dark B movie. It kind of is. Donald Farmer, if you want like the best form of presentation for Donald Farmer, go watch the Red Letter Media video, Donald Farmer's Market. It's a best of the worst. And they don't watch, well, they watch all the movies, but they have this thing where they set a timer for 10 minutes, and if no one rings like a cowbell, then they take the movie out, throw it away, and move on to the next movie. Because like, he did a bunch of stuff in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and like, the quality goes down with each release, not up. It's kind of a Neil, well, no, it's not even Neil Breen. Neil Breen has like some sort of enjoyment. Donald Farmer's movies, the more recent they get, just turn into like slee. It is described, the ones that don't have nudity feel sleazier and just grimier. Like, you know, he was wanting to just like rub one out while filming, and it's like, what's wrong with you, man? Tier 2. Oh, I gotta unlock that. So yeah, Donald Farmer. Terrible. Foundry. A helmeted figure emerges from the shadows by a building site. He lifts his visor.
Place isn't built yet.
I don't know why I'm doing a dark helmet voice. He gestures to a pile of materials behind him. We're short of materials. I have a thing for you that can help you with this.
Huh.
That's all we need. We get the foundry built. Good to go. What does this do? Oh, I can make these now. Cool. I don't need to make it. But it's nice that I can. How do I get... Do I need to make one in order to get tier 2? I don't know yet. I'm not gonna try that. What's the science lab guy say? Oh, no. I'm not doing that. I'm kind of disappointed with the scientist. Did I go to the factory yet? Yes, I did. Stop moaning like Lara Croft. 17. Undock. Hold on. I meant to actually take a picture of something. Yeah, I meant infused fathomless winch. I want to take a picture of that. Because I probably need to get that back in town or on my island. Darakuda! Welcome, my good sir. Welcome to Dredge. We just made a whole bunch of progress, people. I'm liking this. Now I'm very curious. See, it's 17. We'll go out and do a little bit. Holy hell. Throwing Bonzi toys. Something bad happened. Something very bad happened. Oh, I just missed that. Oh, yeah. Killing Floor 3 got shadow released with like almost no marketing at all. I shared the link for it in Discord. It released like the 24th, I think it was. I'm trying to remember what it was that led me to it. If it was like a pop-up when I loaded Steam, or if I was typing something and I saw Killing Floor 3. I don't remember even what it was. I just saw it. It's like, what the hell? This thing actually came out? It's not very much. It's something. Ooh, wait, shit. Oh, damn it. That red cloud. We're gonna have to brave this. Don't turn, don't turn, don't turn. Damn it, he turned. Ow. I think not, you little bastard. My lights went out, unfortunately. But that's okay. Everyone's constantly telling me, oh, don't overcommit yourself. Yeah, I know. Let's rest. Till 6. You finally got partial monetization back. Very cool. Well done. You had to delete 150 streams with claims. Damn. You're just stoked. I didn't even have memberships before. Oh, wow. Still doesn't look worth $40. I'm holding off till they do a massive update to the game. I'm waiting for reviews. Yeah, I'm totally waiting for reviews. I'm not buying it. I want reviews from people that I know I can trust. But yeah, that is great, Darakuda. I recently made it to the 2nd tier monetization, so I can actually have ads. But I don't go crazy. Like for this stream and all my others, I've done like very little ads because, well, I don't really want to be a dick. And also, I'm pretty happy with like the amount that I bring in right now as just being, you know, a little bit of a hobby. You removed a lot. YouTube Studios. Oh, I know, right? I learned with YouTube Studio. Like I once went through and must have done a dozen edits to videos. And as I did each edit, the available processing power to like load the stream to preview it got slower and slower and slower until I might have been at like the 15th stream, and I had to stop because there was no more like the server that was handling my account couldn't do any more work. I just maxed everything out, so I just said, okay, I'm done editing. I didn't dare stream after that because I might not have actually caught anything. 2 years later, still haven't reached tier 1. We'll get you there. And actually, no, that's not a bad thing. It took me, I think, 2 years, or about 2 years, before I made tier 1. So it's not a perfect system by any stretch. Still not monetized. I hate it here. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to think of like a quip, but I feel like anything that I say could be taken as like being a dick. So I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, I know. Okay. Let's go fly a kite. Yeah, we're just gonna have to... Ooh! There's one! Sea cucumber. And let's pick that thing up. I found songs to replace like 2 hours, so I could get rid of them. Get rid of like 7 claims in one video. Ah. See, I've thought about this, Derek Kuda. The music for this, like, I'm actually using an artist called Dopogato. He makes his own custom music on YouTube, and I reached out to him because I really like the stuff that he makes. I reached out to him and I worked with him and said, hey, I'd like to buy a license. Like, I was willing to pay money to buy a license to use it on the stream because I would mute the game audio, or not the game, but the game music, because something like Chained Together has a lot of copyrighted stuff, and that entire stream was demonetized. So I wanted to be able to have music in there that wasn't, you know, sensitive. So I worked with him. I bought a couple of his albums, and now he lets me play his music in my streams. I list his name in the credits, and also he got some money because I bought his albums. I'm gonna buy more of them, but I would suggest, if like you want music, find artists that are friendly to you using their work without needing like an ass load of money. I've tried doing this with other, or I reached out to Blue Stolly, I reached out to, I think it was like Michael, was it Michael FK? He does a lot of chill step stuff. Crickets. But I just left a comment on one of Doppo's videos saying, hey, I'd love to use some of your music. And he replied and said, email me, let's chat. So here we are. So I would try doing something like that. Reach out to a handful of artists and see if you can get one that will let you play music. Because for me, I get the tinnitus where if there's like no music, my head just wants to explode. But with those songs, they never stuck. Even short ones wouldn't. So I just mute everyone. Yeah. You're trying to write a script for the Shogo video, but I suck. Get ChatGPT to help. There's nothing wrong with that. I spent hours, and so many just wouldn't take over and over again unless I muted it one by one. Yeah, YouTube is pretty paranoid. It really is. And I was overloading the servers too. I remember when GingerCast got claimed. Actually, that reminds me. Hold on, what's going on here? Okay, we're turning that off. I'm getting spammed in my Twitch. Cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Get lost. Get lost. I remember when GingerCast got claimed for the intro song, but it wasn't by Nintendo since it was Donkey Kong music. It was by a channel who did a remaster of the song. So I challenged the claim. Damn. I have a buddy, and I don't think he He's even on YouTube. I'll play his shit. Yeah, that's cool. And each mute could take out... Oh, yeah. Because you have to hunt the thing down. Absolutely. I want to take a look at this. Holy hell. I don't want to touch this stuff because it could mess me up. Oh, yeah, that looks... That does not look inviting. This is weird. This is very strange. Fanged cod. Ugh. Weird. Gotta make some kind of even though we got like $3,200, which I did a lot of grinding. Damn it. You have your own band that I play some too. So that's the nice thing, is if you have something in the back, you have something that you know isn't cataloged by YouTube, it's really nice. I used to play Purple Cat's music, and I still really like Purple Cat's music, but Purple Cat's music doesn't always apply to the situation that I want. Like, it doesn't always vibe well. Let's put that over here. And so I was looking for somebody that I could occasionally alternate. Damn it, I missed that one. And Doppelgato is someone who I've been subscribed to for a while anyways. And it seemed like a no-brainer. I say that, hopefully there won't be some rights management company that... What is going on here? That's weird. Hopefully there won't be some rights management company that decides to act on their behalf and just say, oh, you haven't paid for any of this. That bullshit. Yeah, I have. Let's sell off a bunch of this stuff off. Oh, I need to save that. Get rid of the rest of that. Yeah. Let's undock and let's go to our crab pots. Let's start dropping. Very good. I've jammed with Cody multiple times. Oh, yes. Yes, you have. And that is awesome that you've been able to do that. Yeah, it's almost nighttime. Wait. We want to go see what this thing looks like. Wow. What happens if I touch this? Did I damage my... You... Shit! Son of a bitch. Thankfully, I can outrun him. That's right, bitch. It's past midnight. We need to go to bed. I had a visual claim that I couldn't get out from Sonic Team Racing from Vita or for Sonic logos. Luckily, I found it and got it real quick. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I love to play mobile base along with stuff. That doesn't work well. I suppose it kind of depends. Presentation or adaptation? That would it be? All my AdSense was set up, but I was surprised they approved me in under 24 hours. They probably looked at everything. It's like, oh, okay, he doesn't have any outstanding stuff. Okay, boom, done. So that's cool. Could be up to 30 days, but I was monetized before. Oh, you're fine. Am I complaining? No. In fact, I am gonna have a little piece of chocolate. Don't mind me. Oh, that's good. I have no sponsor, even though I'd love if they sponsored me. Ferrero Rocher, dark hazelnut, and crunchy salted caramel. It's pretty good stuff. You kind of deserve to be chased by the monster after that BP oil spill you created. You were the real monster. That I am the real monster. Absolutely. Yeah, I got rid of hundreds, if not 4-digit amounts of claims. Wow. Yeah. There are... Whenever I used to... Well, even now, if I do a copyrighted song, I do it as the intro, if I can. I'll do it as the intro, so that once I'm done streaming, I immediately know where that section was. I can chop it out, and the it's not claim, it's the content ID match that instantly goes away, and suddenly I can get my monetization for that video. Something like, I think 3 hours worth of chained together, which I specifically like. That was one of the first big streams where I was going to try out the monetization. Nope. Every like 4 minutes, I think, one of the songs would play that is a legit artist on YouTube, and somehow in the licensing for Chained Together, either that was or was not taken into account. So the entire it was just like a mile-long list of the same song, I think, over and over. It's like, well, okay, I can't do this any longer. I need to find an artist, excuse me, that I can play. So here we are, and I'm fine with Doppelganger. Right now it's like the ambient album, but I do have a drum and bass set or album that I will switch occasionally as well. That's where it is. I moved it. Take all. Hey. I want to go back to the rig and drop this off, because usually within like 12 hours fish starts going bad and the value of it tends to go down, or the importance of it, I suppose, tends to go down. Damn it. Drop that thing so we can try and get something. What is this? Oh. Cool. Very good. I used to just play copyright music for fun, but didn't realize how bad it was. Yeah, you don't realize until like you go back and you see the content ID matches and it has like the exact moments where it detected it. It's pretty wild. If it was more than like 4, it would be something I didn't think about from a game. I can actually upload bass covers with the music program for creators and just share revenue. Yeah, I thought about that too. But I haven't really gone down that road yet. If there's something that I like, there's specific artists that I would be willing to work with, like a lot of fixed music stuff I really enjoy, so I'd be willing to work with them to set up some kind of licensing agreement to where they would get, like, I'd have paperwork from them. And oh, hang on. Hey, fisherman, thanks again for your help filling that generator. I've reported our new operational status to HQ. In fact, they give me a budget to compensate you for any additional biomass you bring in. Just see me at the generator and I'll pay. Oh, cool, I get paid for offloading my stuff now. But yeah, I'd be willing to work with Fixed to have some kind of agreement where I have paperwork so that if some douchebag rights management company tries to come in after I've like gotten my agreement to play the song during a stream and they come in, well, no, that's our arrangement. I want to be able to say, no, here's the paperwork, piss off. I've worked with like these people, they know who I am, I have the number and whatnot, you have Jack Diddley. And there are companies out there that will do that. They will try and act on behalf of an artist even though they have no rights. And you have to go through the burden of proof of proving that you can play this. It's dumb. I have plenty of view hours by the time I get to 1K subs. I'll have plenty of it. Well, cool. That's good to hear. What was I gonna do? Was it factory? Damn it, I completely forgot. A figure emerges from lower decks. It beckons you over into the shadows. I'm going to be hanging around, or maybe... Oh, if you're going to be hanging around, maybe we can do business. Come see me at the Undermarket? Got something you might be interested in, stranger. He said the line. Got some items you might be interested in. Don't ask where they came from. Better off not knowing. Can make some basic repairs too. Oh, cool. Barbed ice. Do you have... No, you don't. Okay, so this is just everything that I already have access to before. Well, that's cool. 450 was the other one, 450? I don't remember. Which rod was it? Hang on, folks. I'm trying to look for the thing. Fathomless winch. I don't know how I get that. Foundry. Don't like these waters, but corpse seem to. That's not it. Holtzcat! Good morning! How are you doing? Yes, submit samples. I think I have that one. Oh, I need... need to take that picture. Well, that's what I got, so piss off if you don't like it. You get on the boat and go fish it yourself then. But he's not a fisherman. I was just there. What is wrong with me? Declan? I don't need any of this really. So well, I think we're good here. Yeah. So I think we should follow this for a little bit because it doesn't seem to go the way that we initially thought. That got distracted me for a moment. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Holtz. Sun's going down, big guy. No, it's a sun's getting real low. Okay, so it does go right here, but how far? Well, that's cool. What's this? I'll take it. I hear a boom. Ooh. Oh, shh. Damn it. Let's go back. Damn, that's interesting. We have a whole new biome because of this frickin' Deepwater Horizon douche nozzle. Which hang on. No. If you haven't seen that movie, Deepwater Horizon, it's actually a pretty good movie. The central, like, villain, if there is one, is just bad business decisions. Ooh, special one. 2:30. Yeah, we should probably call it night. You're in VC? Okay. Welcome. Check your levels here. Don't remember where I had them. Did you get all your charting done?
At least the minimum I needed to do.
Very nice. Ah.
Alright, just muting you on my TV. Trying to
I'm
clean
on
my
TV.
apartment. Going.
You hear that, folks? We're on TV. Kind of. There actually was a time I remember seeing advertisements for TV ads of like, the claim was $90, but I don't know if that was like $90 a minute, $90 a month, $90 flat rate. It just started at $90 for a TV ad for something. I didn't look into it obviously because like I'm a gaming channel. Who's gonna care to see that as an advertisement?
TV ads are hilarious because I only see them when I watch Cody race because that's on YouTube TV. Otherwise, I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, oh, I forgot ads were a thing.
Oh yeah. It's where was I? Whenever I'm at the gym, like Planet Fitness, which yeah, I know it's Planet Fitness, it's garbage, but it's the membership that I have, so people don't give me garbage. Don't give me shit for it. I know it's terrible.
Who
But I
cares?
the internet cares. But yeah, they've got the line of like 30 or so, maybe 15 TV, and you just watch any one of them, and you can't hear anything obviously, but you see the insanity that's going on with these ads, and you just think, who approved this? This is wild.
I'm Donald Trump and I endorse this message.
I remember that. I remember almost the day that became a thing. Like, I'm George Bush and I approve this message. Like, I could take all those commercials and that specific speech line and line them all up, and it'd be the same thing. It's just like, just because you put
You
it
should
in
do
there,
that. That would probably get a lot of views.
well, that would turn this into political, and I don't want to go in there. I'd do that on the Ginger Cast if he did it, but instead it'll probably be just Tism Live.
Don't give Ginger money. He has no soul.
He's gotta have something.
He's actually not really Ginger. That's the point. He just pretends.
Yeah, I suppose. Yes, more crabs. Yeah, I haven't seen the full episode of The Park of South, but I need to. I just haven't seen anything.
If you're not an avid watcher, it might be better to look at a breakdown of the episode before you see the actual episode. Because out of context, it just seems super juvenile and crass, but in context, it's fucking brilliant.
Oh, I'm pretty familiar with South Park's humor. I've tried to follow some of the lore over the year, if you can call it that, and some of the stuff that they do is pretty hilarious. I think one of my
You can
favorites,
absolutely call it that.
one of my favorites was the kids had to go, I don't know if it was like Canada, they had to reset the internet of the world, which was just a giant ass D-Link router. I thought that was pretty funny.
That was a good one. But you remember the days of Satan and Saddam Hussein, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, as long as you have that context, you're good.
Yeah, I didn't understand what it was at the time, and then Hutaru explained a bunch of it, and it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, this totally makes sense now.
She hasn't seen the whole episode. It's only 17 minutes.
She either got distracted or was doing something, but yeah, she caught like the beginning of it and the end of it, and missed a few bits in
The end
between.
of it.
Yeah, the PSA of the AI of Trump and his tiny puppy, his tiny pipe.
So good. It was so well done.
Huh? I'm not Ginger? I'm confused. Well, as far as what you tell me, you're black. Or you're a person of color, so I'm just quoting you, man.
The only color I have is pink. Like a pink.
Ah.
I'm very Caucasian.
For the longest time, that word, for me, was synonymous with undercover brother. And the whole, like, Caucasian overload device. It's a great skit. Caucasian overload, Caucasian overload. I see white people.
I'm overloaded Caucasianally. Yeah, I'm tired too. My humor is basically bottomed out.
I don't think the heat is helping. It's way too dim. Why'd you go? Oh, it's 6 o'clock. the nocturnal fish have come out to play, apparently. Yeah, it's true. What? Yep, what up indeed. I think the only... There's only two people that have ever been able to get away with that word. Eminem and Jackie Chan.
Eminem can fucking say anything he wants.
He did,
He's
apparently.
king.
He did like a freestyle with some black guy and threw the word out, but because the way that he delivered it, the guy had like nothing. He had no complaint. He just like, damn, this white guy just owned my ass. I got nothing.
I think that Eminem is more of a unicorn. He is
is
white in the way that white contains all the colors of the rainbow.
Yep.
But that's only him.
Really. Yeah. Ooh. Why is it always just the one? Give me more for this area, damn it. I'll take that.
So I got this amazing de-shedding brush for my cat. Did I
yeah.
already say this?
You mentioned you were doing de-shedding. I don't think you mentioned that you had a very specific brush for it.
Yeah, so I got a very, very effective brush to the point that I accidentally made my cat bald on top of
Oh no.
back. I mean, she's
dear.
fine. This skin is fine. I'm just like, this is... I need to read the instruction manual. I kind of might have gone ham on it. Poor
Damn.
Khaleesi. I mean, she's fine. I'm just like, I'm looking, I'm like, oh crap, I gave you basically female pattern baldness on your back, poor cat.
Female pattern baldness. Wow.
And then
That's the
for
thing.
Monkey, I rolled all of his hair into a thick ball, and now I'm using that to stick my needles in, so I'm using it as a pin cushion, which is works great.
You didn't make a... Damn it. You didn't make a little baby cat with their hair like some people do?
Not enough yet. I had to tone it down, and I had to build up to that.
Oh, damn. Okay. This thing... Wait. What side am I on? This thing spread further. Holy hell. You BP bastards. It probably would help if I, like, kind of shared what I was doing in real time. There we go. There's 2 oil spills at least. This is dumb. This is so ridiculous. Eminem grew up in the hood, alongside a lot of black people. He's got the pass. Yeah, but I think he uses it. He's not like who Tara and I were talking about Quentin Tarantino today. Like, Quentin Tarantino will use it to the point where it just like desensitizes you to the existence of it. But I feel like Eminem would use it with a little more class.
That reminds me of the South Park shit episode.
Oh,
Their whole point, yeah, their whole point was they overused it to the point that it didn't really matter anymore.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of, I don't know if it was Stan or Kyle. They were listening to music and then it just started turning into fart noises because it all sounded like shit to them.
Oh yes, I do remember that. That's when they turned 9.
Okay.
That was when they went to 4th grade. That was right before they met Miss Chokes on Dick.
That's what her name. I was trying to think of who that was before. Like, well, I knew who it was. I just forgot the name. Miss Chokes on Dick with Mr. Garrison. That wasn't that a plot?
No, it wasn't with Mr. Garrison. It was with Mr. Mackey. Okay.
Oh, Mr. Mackey. Yeah.
Y'all rip some trips deuce in the urinal, okay?
Gotta get your lore right, man. Come on.
I do not hyper focus on it, so I don't entirely care that some of my lore is not accurate.
Tisk tisk.
Ah, yes. Oops.
Oops.
Female pattern baldness.
I mean, the Equi Groomer is a really good de-shedding tool. Just a little too good.
It is effective. Quentin kind of cringed when he says it. Yeah, when he says it probably, but then you cast a Samuel Jackson, who he literally was like, say that shit, motherfucker. It's just another Tuesday, motherfucker. Like, he don't care.
Alright, to be honest, I don't feel like I'm being very helpful in BC, so I'm gonna turn the mic solo back to you, and I'm just gonna jump into chat.
Okay, that's fine. You were fine though, but it is up to you. I'm tired and exhausted either way. I'm just kind of doing stuff. Let's do that. Trying to think of, I had a thought in my head of, I haven't seen a whole lot of like full-on Cthulhuisms yet, but I've gotten little hints that something might be lurking beneath the surface. You're here, as am I. As is the baby child who is eating Bonzi's food like a bitch. You do not eat that. You got your food. That's Bonzi's food. Your food is in the other room. I know you probably think it tastes really good, but you can't have that. No. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of half expecting this, this oil... Hang on. Damn it, that's not what I need. No. Oh, I need one of the angled bastards. I'm half expecting this oil spill to unearth some really nasty, problematic things. Sure. Muffin? No, this is like Baby Child. This is Finn from Adventure Time. This is A-Hole. This is Goomba. You know I'll derail the stream. You enjoy that though. You absolutely enjoy it. I'm not gonna have a lot of like controversial thoughts probably. Not tonight anyways. Can we? No. Oh wait, yeah, we can. Well, I guess that's all.
Cause it's all we got.
Wine Mama demands it? I thought you were out. Unless you got more. Ooh. Ah. Spin around. Oh no, that's a shark. Let's get some of these little No! Even though that actually is probably what I need. No. It's too damn big. When you're good to Mama, Mama's good to you. I was half expecting that to say, Olive Garden, when you're here, you're here. Let's see. Yeah, there's the dolphins. There are like great, like, what is it, blue whales? There's giant whales in this game. I don't have room for that. Definitely don't have room for that. Yep, there we go. One more. Very good. It's from the musical of Chicago. I never have actually seen that from start to finish. And I kind of feel like I missed out on something potentially. Let's save our stuff. Or not save, but repair our stuff. Yeah, we'll rest. I haven't been to the mangrove. Ding! Welcome.
I was going to play a funny sound effect, but then I remembered that you turned off the soundboard for this channel, you bastard.
I did?
Yes, I can't access the soundboard. Me and Skytex were commenting on that the other day. Why would you do that, Karis? Do you just hate freedom?
I didn't know that I turned it off. Let me see here.
What are you, a communist? Won't let us have any fun?
You imply I did that with maliciousness.
Maybe you did.
Use soundboard.
I need a Discord engineer. Oh yes, now I can do this.
Ban me harder, Daddy.
There we go. That's all I needed.
You want someone to ban you harder?
Yes.
No.
And the stream just got demonetized. No, it didn't. He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you had been there, if you'd seen it, bet you would have done the same.
What kind of fucking lyrics is she posting in chat?
That sounds like something that maybe like Renee Zellweger's character would have said in Chicago. I really should watch that.
Sounds like a musical. Musicals
It is
are
a
gay.
musical. Well,
gay.
you're gay, but we kind of know
Yeah,
that.
but not gay enough for musicals. There's like a bar here, and I haven't crossed over it just yet.
There's the illusion of a standard.
Look, man, do you know of any man who is of heterosexualness that actually unironically goes to a musical? Unless it's with their girl.
I don't know anyone, but then again...
Exactly. There we go. Case closed. It's like opera, which I don't know why anybody goes to opera.
People go to opera for various reasons, whether it be for clout reasons or otherwise. They go to opera.
Once again, it's mostly women and aristocrats for some goddamn reason. I don't know. I can't stand opera.
Hey,
I don't get
Helena
it. It's
with
just
the one... Hold on, it's Helena with the the 199 blue boy. Gay money for me. Thank you. I'll take the gay money.
Hey, gay money is still money.
Yep.
Anyways, what I was saying is I don't understand opera. It's just like a woman, like singing. Like how do you even describe that kind of singing? Just like
It's another language, essentially. It's a form of English that is really like stretched out, and it's not understood in the traditional vernacular or cadence that we were used to hearing. So, I don't know that I've actually been to an opera. I watched operas. I watched one of the Phantom of the Operas on like DVD or something years ago, and I thought it was fine. But that was the Phantom of the Opera, which has a lot of like different plot developments. There's probably...
Yeah, I was about to say Phantom of the Opera is kind of famous for a reason, because at least it's more like a play.
It is, yeah. I'm thinking there's a very... I don't know his name. His face and the high note that he make actually turned into a meme that essentially like any guy that gets like hit in the dick.
That's the only time that I do opera.
is when that happens. But that guy that does that note, that vocal note, like he is known for being a well-known opera guy. I used to know his name because I looked him. I was like, who is this guy? Like, why is his face making the rounds? And yeah, he's like kind of a legendary operatic performer. But there's not really there's not a story, I don't think, happening. Like, he just kind of says stuff, not much different from a concert. So opera is kind of hit and miss for me.
Yep. At my college, I've only met one person. But one of my friends had a friend who was an opera major. And the first thing I thought in my mind was like, this is like the most useless degree I could ever think of. Like, my degree was useless, but at least communications has a little bit more of a chance to get me somewhere.
Your
But
degree
opera?
has more diversity.
Like, opera? That's so niche. That's like these colleges this is the problem with college these days. Like, these extremely niche degrees are just a waste of money. I get it if somebody's really interested in like opera or whatever, but like, you shouldn't spend tens of thousands of dollars to get a degree for that.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. Whoa, hang on. You approach a hooded figure. Dirty gold robes obscure all features except a pair of withered and black hands. Fisherman. Deep calls respond. Oh, do you want this? What do you want? Oh, you want a red snapper? Well, too bad. I don't have that. Go away. Yeah, unfortunately, colleges don't care about the importance of the degree that you're going for. They don't care about whether, like, if you want to go for IT, if you want to go for automotive, like, if you want to go for basket weaving, they don't care. They really don't. You want to take this niche thing, you want to become a shoe polishing PhD, fucking go for it. Like, they don't care as long as they put you in the right prerequisites to get you there. And it's your job to sell yourself on why, like, this is the logic that they have. That it's your job to sell yourself that this degree is important.
They would have a better chance getting a master's in sucking dick and being a prostitute. That's more likely to make you money. I would bet money on it than opera. Because opera is extremely hard to get into. It's like theater, but it's even higher class theater. And theater is already a bad degree, because unless you think you're going to become an actor, which there's a very slim chance that you'll be able to become an actor, let alone like a big actor, you know, the ones that make the mega bucks. I mean, most people are going to end up as either not an actor or some kind of like helper boy, or maybe if they're lucky, an extra in some big Hollywood film. Maybe the guy that gets shot, like extra number 3 in this battle scene or something, who appears on screen for like 2 frames.
Henchman number 6 that got
henchman,
shot in the head.
It doesn't even have one line in the film. All they have is a grunt. Ugh. And that's it. That's the thing. It's like, you remember that's, oh, here comes another SpongeBob reference. I gotta meet my quota. It's like the scene from SpongeBob where he appears in the Krusty Krab commercial, and he's literally like a sliver of the frame. And SpongeBob's like, there I am, I'm right there. I'm like, yeah, that's what most actors are gonna end up like, most likely. So to circle it all back around, it's just like these niche degrees, man. These colleges are criminal for that shit. In my opinion, colleges should only provide degrees that are actually tangibly, like, going to get you somewhere in society. Like, if you want that really like weird art stuff, that should only be at like maybe some real specific artsy ass school. But like universities, public universities should really only be providing stuff that's actually going to get you somewhere in life. That's just my opinion.
Sonia with the $10 gold poi. Thank you and welcome. By the way.
You know what time it is.
Ban me harder, ban me harder, daddy.
There we go.
Wow. Thank you, Sonia. You are amazing, and Helena, I gotta say, and also Stinkbug, welcome. I'm sorry I didn't notice you there before. I hope you're doing well, Sonia. I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see everybody here. But yeah, I have a little bit, I mean, obviously I went to college. I didn't really complete very much, but I did get some experience. I initially wanted to go for, like, I think we were talking last night about computing specialist. I went for some sort of IT degree for approximately 3 weeks. And then I realized this is dumb. This is not going to help me at all. I don't need to know English Composition 1 in order to fix a damn computer. I don't need to know...
Wait, you don't have a degree?
No, I never got a degree. I got, like, certifications.
Oh.
I told a degree to piss off. I went and got certifications, and then I went and got experience. So I have 10 years of experience that would essentially equate to a degree, because the degree is like trying to fast track to that of having the experience, but I did it the difficult way, like a dumbass, but it works. So
hey,
no,
well, at least you're not in debt like me. Although I came out very easy compared to other people. I only ended up with about $5,000. Okay,
that's pretty good.
That's not too bad. That's because I was poor enough to get a bunch of financial aid, including a specific grant from the state of Texas.
Oh, nice.
So I got lucky. I got real fucking lucky. But a lot of my friends, they were not so lucky. I don't even know how much debt my one of my college roommate / friend is in. I don't even think he will tell me, but I think it's tens of thousands of dollars.
Damn.
He didn't come out as lucky as I did. I was like, damn. Although, to be fair, he got a degree that I think he actually ended up going into a job related to that degree, like finance or I forget. I think it was finance or something of that nature. I can't exactly remember, but at least he's working for something that his degree is related to. Me, not even close. Not even remotely close. Like I'm in a complete different continent from my field of study.
Damn.
Like I guess the closest thing I'm doing related to my studies is what I do for Cody. That's about it. But to be fair, I already knew how to edit, and college did not teach me how to become a better editor at all. Like when I took editing in college, that class was the easiest class ever because I had already been doing it for 4, 5, 6 years. So as soon as the professor told us to open Premiere Pro and to edit this stuff, I was just like, okay, easy. I do this on my free time.
Yeah, this is a hobby.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even have to teach me. He had to teach other people how to use Premiere. I was already ready. I learned that shit long before I got into that classroom.
What the fuck? What are you?
You don't have to pay that back, somebody said. Haha, yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm not retarded. I'm not trying to have the federal government fist my ass. No, thank you. All those people on, I think I talked about this on Tism Thursday one time, where there was a bunch of TikToks of people angry that the government was finally going to start going after people who had federal student loans because they had deferred them for so damn long, and they already were long defaulted after the deferment stopped. And the government was kind of just letting it go. But then they're like, no, we're coming after that money. And all these TikTokers were like, it's like, how dare you try to come after me for that money? It's like, I'm just gonna find a way to avoid it. I'm like, they're gonna get you eventually. Good it's the
luck.
federal. You don't owe money to Chase Bank or fucking Billy Bob's car lot in South Carolina. You owe money to the federal government. They're gonna get it, or you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
No lube. The government don't play that game. So don't act surprised when the government comes after you, and they come after you with a fervor that you've never seen before.
Yep. What is all this? I've never been in this area before, the Mana Grove. This is like eerie.
Why does this game remind me, what is that game from the early 90s? Where you're on a pirate ship. It was a point and click game.
Oh damn, yeah. I can't think of it either.
Did you play those games back in the days, the point and click adventure games with the pre-rendered backgrounds and shit?
Some of them, yes. Others, it wasn't a pirate game, but it was a deep sea exploration game. It was called Treasure Cove, where you're like this diver and you have to repair the ocean that got destroyed by an oil spill. And you had to like collect all the gems and solve the puzzle, and then you...
Was this before BP?
It was. It was before BP.
Oh no. They saw it coming.
They totally did.
They predicted the BP oil spill.
What did I miss here? I'm shocked Cody didn't think of it yet. Oh, I missed some stuff. Sorry. I missed stuff. Make
They're
way.
mostly talking to
Make
each other.
way. Helena, it's time you knew that Sonya on top of you of... Oh. What?
How many discs was the game that you're playing? Well, how many discs was it on?
So that's the interesting thing. Treasure Cove was at that transitional time, transitional, between the 5 1/4 floppy to the 1.44 floppy. So the 5 1/4, it was like 8 to 10, but the 1.44, it was like 3 or 4 discs.
Hey,
and
what the 8 floppies, so you're just playing the game and it's like insert floppy 2, insert floppy 3, insert floppy 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7. Oh, that's
Yeah,
no,
it
thank
was,
you.
It was bad because you would be in one level, and to change to the next level, you'd have to put in the next big floppy. Whereas if you had the 1.44, it was essentially like campaign levels of data. So you could be in like one region and just have that one floppy, and then you go a certain way and got to put the other floppy in. So it was a lot easier with the 1.44s.
That's awful. I think I watched, was it by Cathode Ray Dude, I'm pretty sure, where I think it was him, where he was showing one of those obscure like niche products back in the days where you could like load multiple discs all at once, and showing the application of being able to do that with certain point and click games, because they would be on like 4 discs, and let's say you go to one area, you need to load disc 2, but what if you want to go back to that other area? Now you got to put back in disc 1, so you're just constantly just having to handle these discs, juggle them
Shit, hold on.
constantly.
Oh, fuck, shit. I do not like that guy.
We get attacked by a monster again.
Yes, holy shit. No. Fuck your duck and a half. I don't like you. Go away. Oh, that was not nice. Oh. There's the thing. It's 4:30 in the morning. Oh boy. Damn. Anyways,
Elena, I would bet to believe that this game has way more depth than Sea of Thieves. Got him. Sea of Thieves, it lives and dies by who you're playing with and how much you like role playing. This game at least seems like it has like some actual gameplay.
I would say it's a trade-off. This is a cozy game. That's the thing. It's cozy to a point. Obviously there's shit that wants to kill me, but there's much more of a relaxation to this, which is why I enjoy it, honestly. Sea of Thieves is, you are there working, doing your part with your entire team.
Once again, it's very dependent on who you're playing with, and especially if you like role playing, because the real fun of that game is the shenanigans. And if you really like pirate role play, then really getting into it and doing the you know, like I see land off the south bow or whatever the fuck, you know, if you like doing that kind of shit, probably can be a good time. But if you don't have a good group of friends and you're not really into role playing, especially pirate role play, then there's not really a lot there for you, unless you just want to randomly play a game where you're picking up cannonballs and loading cannons.
I missed that part. Floppy is how you like your dicks. Wow.
You're good. Oh, Sonya turned my floppy disk into a hard drive.
What the hell is that? There you go. Ew, woo.
We're role playing as spectators. I'm a lazy cuck. Well, you're definitely a cuck. What were you saying last night? The name of her show should be Cut Time.
Cut Couch. Helena's Cut Couch.
Yeah. Helena's Cut Couch. Hey, fucking yo. You say worse to me on stream, Sonya. Don't even start with me. If I cataloged all the sus things that you said just towards me alone, I would have enough for a lawsuit. The sexual harassment is just off the charts. My floppy disk got a Blue Chew sample in the mail. No,
Damn.
all I got... Damn, you're lucky. All I got was fucking AOL trial discs. You remember those, Karis?
Oh, I got those like every month or so. We used them as like
Same.
coasters.
Did anybody ever... I hear people used to actually use those things. I mean, we didn't have the capabilities to even use them, because I think you... I don't know how those work. You just have to plug the phone into a phone line? Like, how did those AOL discs ever work? Never understood it.
So AOL software was very strange. For one, in later iterations, if I recall, it kind of locked down your modem so that only AOL could use it. If you had like a manual dial-up setup, you couldn't use it, which I don't recall happening because I never used multiples. We just used AOL.
Oh, so you had to have a modem. I never had
Yeah.
a modem. That's probably. I think I tried to make it work one day by plugging a phone line into the, for the real technical nerds out there, the RJ11 port.
Yeah, you needed the driver, you needed to actually be a modem, because I think there was like regular phone lines to have a phone call, but then there was the modem, which converted the signal into the white static garbage noise that we all know as the dial-up sound. So you needed that, then you needed the AOL software to be able to talk to the damn thing. And then there was the bogged down interface that used up all your resources, then also gave you the "you've got mail." So it was a whole thing.
And usually when you hear you've got mail, it's gonna be a fucking chain email. Send this to 10 of your friends, or else Bloody Mary will show up in the middle of the night and slap you in the balls.
Yeah. But AOL is how some of us got our first introduction to chat groups. Oh boy.
Oh no, don't get Sky's started. He told me he got groomed in an AOL chat room. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right for AOL. We think Discord is bad. Everybody's like, Discord is a grooming platform. Like, were you guys around during the AOL days? It was arguably worse. Where do you think most To Catch a Predator catches happened? A lot of it was in AOL chat rooms and things of that nature. On RSC channels or whatever the fuck, or what are they called?
IRC.
IRC
Yeah.
channels. I don't think I ever went into an IRC channel that I can remember.
I never had IRC, so I really missed out on a lot of that.
The closest I had to that was back in the days when we used to use TeamSpeak, which apparently people still use it. I've in a few videos I would hear like that sound that you just recognized. It's like user has joined your channel. Like, wait a minute, is that TeamSpeak in the big 2025?
Yeah. They tried to like remarket themselves as being, hey, we're going to be a great alternative to Discord when it dies, and I just kind of thought, when it dies, but TeamSpeak, you're still just over there in your little corner. There was a handful of people that tried to tell me, oh, well, I should set up a TeamSpeak for you. It's like, no, you're not doing anything. I will decide if and when this happens. And
what's the
Discord,
point, though? What purpose does the TeamSpeak? Does it have anything that's worth using?
It's not Discord. Like, Discord is kind of an all-in-one currently. And TeamSpeak, as far as I can tell, it's not Discord yet because it doesn't have the forum aspect, I don't think, that we've come to
Hey, look at this up, 'cause I believe they had a major update just recently that made it look awfully a lot like yeah, it looks like it literally looks like Discord now. Are they building it on Electron? 'Cause I believe that's what Discord is built on, along with Slack and Guild.gg. There's a couple of them. I think they're all built on Electron, so they all have that similar look. Yeah, the new TeamSpeak literally looks like Discord. Like, they're trying very hard to look like Discord. That's insane. But apparently the server files are not up to date, so if you host a server, it's not even on the newest version of TeamSpeak. Interesting. Something like that. Like, if you're trying to do like your own hosting of a TeamSpeak server, I think you can still make like a new server on the new TeamSpeak if you want to go directly through. Can you go directly through the TeamSpeak team? I don't actually know. Probably. Or no, I don't think you can, but you can use, because they have a thing on their website called Find a Host. So yeah, you can find a hosting company.
Well, it used to be that's what a lot of people did. If you didn't have the capability of hosting your own like hardware and network and place to store, you'd have to go to some service and say, hey, can I pay you $20 a month? to do this thing for me, and you just connect to that.
Yeah, I think one of my friends was back in the days used to host the TeamSpeak server on his own hardware, if I remember correctly.
That's pretty
think.
nice.
Yeah, it's insane though that there are people that still use it. My manager made us start using Slack. I tried to look at Slack and I was just like, it's kind of like Discord but corporate. I mean, that's the point. It's corporate Discord. I don't think a lot of people use Slack these days. Most people are using fucking Microsoft Teams, and I use Microsoft Teams for work barely, only for like our meetings and stuff. But I fucking hate it just from the little bit that I've used it.
Skytex, I saw like, damn, I look in here and all the hosts. Be nice to Ginger.
Hey, yeah.
Okay, boomer.
I hate it. Yeah, I think I tried to get, I don't know why, I'm just weird like that, but in college I think I tried to get our group who was doing like a group project. For some reason I tried to get them to use Slack. I don't actually understand why. I think I didn't want to have a shitty like group DM or like group messaging through text message because that shit sucks.
Yeah.
I think we ended up just using GroupMe, I believe, in the end, because that's what a lot of people used in my college years, was GroupMe.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I think now a lot of people use WhatsApp, even for work. We mostly do all of our chatting mostly through WhatsApp. We only use Teams for the meetings, but for all like team communication, it's all on a WhatsApp group. Or I think our boss will, if he's trying to message just the people on his team, he'll do it through a group text message, which I hate group text messages. They don't work right on Android. They gotten better, but Apple was well ahead of the curve when it comes to having actual usable group messages.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is true.
Group projects equal you do it. I don't think that ever. I can't remember actually if we ever had the situation. I don't think I've ever been in a group where one person didn't do anything. I think I got lucky, but that's because I didn't do a lot of group projects because I hate working with people. As you can probably tell by if you've watched me at all, I'm terrible working in a group. Something I've had to work on.
That's why I'm the only one around.
Look, I'm not get along with people.
You hear that, folks? I'm not a person.
True.
That's fine.
You went from WhatsApp to Slack? Why would you downgrade to Slack? What are you doing where you have to use Slack over WhatsApp? Not that I'm saying give Facebook any extra users, because I mean WhatsApp's owned by Facebook, so.
Oh yeah, that's right, it is. That's kind of lame.
I don't look at Slack or my email, so text me if there's anything urgent. Yeah, well, I get in trouble all the time because my boss will try to put something out to the group itself. Be like, did you not see it? I'm like, no, I don't really read the group chat. If something is that urgent, can you just tell me directly? I've been under your team for like 2 years now, or whatever. You should know already by now. Like, if it's that urgent, email me or text me, because I do not look at the group chat all that often. I'm sorry. I don't even talk in there.
I've had a number of people ask me in my job, hey, are you part of the TST, which is the technical service team text chat? I constantly get asked, oh, did you check the TST chat? And I say, I'm not part of that. I'm not service. I'm install. Everything about that chat is service related. That's not for me. Which I'm also glad.
Yeah, just nerd chat for me to turn notifications off. That's what it would be. 'Cause I don't want my fucking phone being blown up by goddamn messages every 2 seconds of stuff that I don't care about.
I had, when I first was joining a bunch of people's Discord, I would have such a mile-long notification of every update, including my own Discord. It's like, I have to turn all this crap off. I don't really have an interest in knowing every detail of everyone else's. There's a handful that I don't mind seeing notifications for, but I've got like a dozen or more Discords. I don't need to know every damn update that's going on with them.
Yeah, I made the mistake of not charging my phone over my vacation, my work phone. So when I
Rip.
finally charged it and turned it back on the day that I was going back to work, I just get fucking blown the fuck up from all the group chats and stuff all coming in all at once. I'm just like, God damn it. Why that? I should have had my phone charged, because now I'm just getting, my whole phone just keeps going off because all these messages that weren't for me, but they, you know, they're group chats, so I'm getting all of them. I'm like, God damn it.
What am I? I'm currently playing an old game called Star Trek Legacy. Oh wow. Which is now abandonware. It also has a wonderful mod giving it much more modern graphics. You were telling me about that a while back. I need to try that out. They wanted me to fill some corporate survey, and I was like, yeah, no. Skytex, go add your spice. Oh, he'll add a spice. Ginger and Skytex they'll just go back and forth, and I'll just be playing the game.
Like per usual. Helena, are you trying to say that Karis is not amazing on his own? She keeps trying to get other people to join. She's very subtly insulting you. Are you gonna take that, Karis?
Currently, yes. Damn it!
Well, fair enough.
Oh, these crabs are just annoyingly just surprising.
You heard him, chat. He has crabs.
Yeah, there are crabs in this game. Aww.
What next? You're gonna get scurvy?
Hopefully not.
Has anybody ever made a very hardcore, like Daisy, hardcore type experience, but for pirates? Could you imagine? It's like, you have scurvy, and you died.
That sounds like Pirate's version of the Oregon Trail. You walk
basically
onto your boat and you get scurvy and then dysentery because you touch something that the previous person didn't wash their hands of, and now you die.
Somebody make that right now. We need instead of the Oregon Trail, it can be the Caribbean Trail or something. I don't know.
Also, good night, Alan. Thanks for hopping in. Where's it?
Oops, you I don't know, ate a fish that had this bacteria in it, and you got dysentery and pooped yourself to death. The end.
Yep.
Fun.
Stink bug potato, the green boy. Oh shit, crabs again. I know.
Did
Can't help
anybody ever actually enjoy Oregon Trail? I can't see how that game is enjoyable. It's like no, it's worse than Dark Souls.
It is. Thank you, Stinkbug. You are fantastic. Hang on, I need to... I'm gonna heart that. Oregon Trail was... What the fuck? No, you get out. The hell away from my cargo. Oregon Trail really was like an uncomfortable form of Dark Souls. You didn't really play it so much for the enjoyment, but it was like, could I survive? Could I make it this time? And chances are no, you didn't.
Yeah, I don't know about this. This sounds like cock and ball torture to me.
Damn it.
I think they made like a little handheld for Oregon Trail years ago.
I'm losing my
So
fish.
I guess it was popular enough to make into a fucking handheld for whatever reason. Maybe the novelty of it, I guess.
When it's 8-bit, we will get what we get. Yeah, pretty much.
Wasn't it mostly a text adventure though?
It probably started as that, and then later iterations added basic 8-bit graphics. I think like either they were all one color, if I recall.
Oh yeah. It wasn't the entire game like just you make this choice. Choose wisely.
I think so,
basically.
yeah. And then with later iterations, like I remember specifically Oregon Trail 2, which was very...
Wait, there was actually a second one?
There was. And it was very improved on the graphics and the starting, like, options. So, but there was a bug. And you would... Yeah, it was green, DG, yeah. The original was all green, if I recall. For Oregon Trail 2, you would pick, like, your characters, whatnot. You'd pick your starting point, be it, like, St. Louis, New Orleans, or whatever the hell. And you'd pick your wagon. And if you filled up with all of your stuff, instead of going with, like, the prepackaged whatever for, I don't know, $100 or $200, if you picked all of your stuff, you would then be too heavy to leave town. You couldn't leave town, no matter what. I brute force tested this for like months on end. If you did just the basic package, you could then leave town, but then because of how the game was designed, it would allow you to go into town, then you could get all your stuff and leave perfectly fine. It was the weirdest bug I'd ever seen, and back then, there was no way to really download updates reliably. So you just kind of had to deal with that crap. And it was very unfortunate.
Now, yeah, I guess y'all played whatever y'all had back in the days. I'm kind of glad I missed out on that era of gaming. I'm gonna sound like a fucking hater, like a damn Gen Zer. But when I look back at like Atari 2600 and stuff like that, except for, you know, Custer's Revenge, that's peak gaming right there. But other than Custer's Revenge, every other game on like the Atari 2600 and shit, I'm sorry, it doesn't appeal to me. Like I could play Galaga for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and then I'm like, I'm kind of bored.
Galaga. Go play
Personally.
Jill of the Jungle. Not many people know that one. I had that one.
I think I've heard of it. But all those games, I don't know, they didn't appeal to me. Like, it wasn't until games on the PS1, that's where those games actually had some meat on the bones, you know? Like, these were full-fledged games. Especially, don't even start on, well, I never played Final Fantasy VII, but I can imagine that was like a momentous time for like console gaming. 'Cause, I mean, we're talking like, this is a big-ass game that was on multiple discs. It was so fucking huge. Lots of content and story and gameplay alongside it. I mean, that's a big moment for gaming. It went from just a little arcade cabinet where you sit there and try to set a high score for like half an hour, and now it's like a full-fledged game that's going to take up weeks, months of your time.
Yeah, 7 was interesting because it was a very mainstream game that got a lot of attention, even though it wasn't the first one to really have a rich story. But it definitely took advantage of like the voxel art design and expanded on the visuals. Ooh, yeah, I kind of want that.
What's funny, when you see people make demakes, somebody did a demake of Bloodborne. They made Bloodborne, but it's as if it was on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, I actually really liked the look of that. I thought it was pretty cool.
It actually was kind of fitting, not gonna lie. Yeah, it looked like shit, but it kind of made it cool.
But see, that line, it looked like shit, that's just PS1 back in the day. That was normal for us.
There's a certain charm to the weird texture and polygon warping of the PS1 era. because
Oh, absolutely.
technical nerd here, because for some reason the PS1 didn't offer basically a Z buffer. So that's why you got texture warping, because the hardware literally could not detect where in Z space certain polygons and textures and stuff were. So that created the weird warping that you saw on the console. But it's kind of charming nowadays to the point where it's used, well, overused in indie horror games. My friend Bunny, as you've seen me play his games, he cashes in on that PS1 analog type look. It's nostalgic, I guess.
It's very nostalgic, and if you can do it right and you can do it lazy. I'm not saying you can do it wrong, you can do it lazy. But yeah, I don't want to insult any developers, but sometimes they can make a game that rides on just the nostalgia of that PS1 look alone and nothing else about their game. It's like, okay, you've done the first step of making the visuals of the game. Now you actually gotta like put some good gameplay and story into it. Like, you know, let's expand upon this kind of thing.
I mean, developers riding on their graphics is a tale as old as time, so nothing has really changed. It just depends on which aesthetic they're riding all their fucking they're putting all their eggs into. You know, what basket they're putting all their eggs into. With I remember the most notorious example was the Order 1886 as a very early PS4 title, and it had such a cool concept. Some of the best graphics that we probably have really ever seen. It even holds up today. Like, we're talking like even like the down to like the way that the cloth materials deformed in the game was a technical masterpiece. But in the long run, it had a very short run time, and I mean very short. Like, we're talking 4 or 5 hours. It had sort of shallow gameplay that didn't have all that much depth to it, and it had spent way too much time in cutscenes. So they put all their eggs into, we're gonna make the most beautiful game ever, but then they forgot it's supposed to be a video game, not a movie.
Yeah, misguided direction possibly. Who made that? Now that I think about it.
That's a good question. I don't even know if they still exist. Let's see. The Order 1886. It was made by Ready at Dawn and Santa Monica Studios. So they were like directly underneath PlayStation.
Santa Monica Studios sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was basically, from what I could tell, I wouldn't doubt if the reason why it was the way it was is because Sony needed some kind of basically tech demo for the PlayStation 4. They probably didn't give them time to flesh the game out. They was like, hey, we need something that shows off the power of the PlayStation 4. Let's go. Come on. Oh, it's only 4 to 5 hours long. It's fine. It'll look pretty in trailers. That's all we need. Just get it out the door.
It's only 45 hours long.
Like, it's not that long. So it's basically a tech demo. That's what it was. That's all it ended up being. And yeah, people look back at it now kind of nostalgically, because I mean, it does hold up. But it was just very shallow as an actual video game. It had a lot going for it. I will say it's got one of the coolest like worlds that I'm kind of surprised maybe they haven't done like a follow-up, because I mean, it had like, what era would you say this is in? Victorian, I think.
Definitely 1800s.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously
1886,
1886, but I think that's Victorian, right? I forget the different eras of history.
Victorian era. Type properly. 1837 to 1900.
So it's Victoria. So it was set in Victorian era London, but it was an
Yeah.
alternate history where they had like advanced technology. So like it's 1886, but they had like these cool futuristic like Tesla kind of like fires lightning out of it and shit like that. Like very cool concept that honestly I don't think we've seen that explored all that often that I can really think of.
Well, Bloodborne, that's definitely...
Yeah, but that doesn't really
Quasi.
have like any futuristic tech. It's very Victorian, and it sticks to Victorian. Like you're using a fucking like, you know, a single fire pistol, you know, of the era.
Oh yeah,
Using-
it's much more grounded in
Yeah.
reality.
as much as you
Quasi.
could be, you know.
Yeah,
but
without-
this was like futuristic mixed with Victorian. I don't see that a whole lot. Even when Assassin's Creed did a game in Victorian era, I think that was Syndicate. Was in Victorian
Yeah,
England.
either
They
Syndicate or
still-
Unity.
Yeah, no, Unity was France during the French
Okay.
Revolution. So it was Syndicate, and even they still stuck to mostly technology of the time, like guns of the time. Like, but Order 1886 was like, had like, you know, like I said, like futuristic, but the weapons still looked like they fit in 1886, like steampunk, I guess is what I'm going for. It was like steampunk.
Okay.
It was a cool concept, but it didn't get fleshed out, and it has never really been revisited ever since, because it was basically just a tech demo.
California shouldn't even be a state. Given its size, it could probably qualify as a country.
Texas literally was a country
Yeah, it was.
before
Tennessee is
we decided to join the union, which I don't know. One could argue that was the worst decision we ever made, or was it? Who knows?
Or
I would love to
was
see.
it?
I would love. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I would love to see a game. It's very, very, very specific, but I would love to see a game that did a what if the United States never created like the United States, and we literally had like a North and South that never actually blended together.
Yeah, I
So
don't actually know.
So basically a game that takes place if the Civil War, instead of resulting in the combination of the country, actually ended in both halves of the United States deciding to split from each other and become their own independent nations. I don't think that's ever been explored. I could be wrong. Maybe there's some
Probably
niche
not.
game out there that's dwelling in the dark corners of the internet. But I would love to see a what if.
Like a, what was the closest kind of we got of alternative future? Was it, Wolfenstein?
Yeah, I was about to say
New?
Wolfenstein. Yeah, Wolfenstein with what if Nazi Germany took over the United States?
Yeah.
I guess there was also Homefront, which was
Yes.
what if Korea got hold of the United States?
Yeah, that was fascinating.
Yeah, too bad the game was kind of shit though.
It wasn't, it had a good premise, but I remember Total Biscuit did a video on it. The gameplay was just really limited, and it held your hand through everything.
Yeah, unfortunately. I guess Call of Duty kind of does a little bit of a what if, because I mean, the original Modern Warfare was like, what if the United States was attacked and we were having to fight on the front of the United States instead
it
of
wasn't just that.
Afghanistan.
It wasn't just that. It was, what if the United States was attacked? Well, no, I'm thinking the second game. Never mind. The second game was, what if Russia unloaded its entire military onto the United States, which was essentially Red Dawn.
Yeah, which made it cool because obviously we're fighting in suburban like United States neighborhoods. You know, they got the burger joint and stuff like that. And
Ramirez, win
then
the war!
and then obviously in 3 we have stuff like 3 had, I think you started out in New York, right? I believe you started out on the fighting in New York.
Something like that, yeah.
So it's basically what Battlefield 6 is going for. Now that I
Yeah.
think about it. as we saw from the trailer, because they very prominently displayed New York as one of the fighting zones.
That was definitely a strategic move to show the Brooklyn Bridge being taken down rather than like a building being taken down. There was a statement being made there, like, yeah, this is what we can do, kind of thing.
We actually get to fight on that bridge. I hope that's not just gonna be just in the background. I would really like us to be able to fight on that bridge in some way. I know it doesn't sound the best gameplay because I mean you can't just have just the bridge because I mean who the hell wants to fight on a linear bridge?
Well, that was a thing in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. One of the scenes or one of those trailers was you fight just this absolute chaos and this massive bridge. I don't remember the bridge collapse, but...
Well, I'm not talking about for single player. That can work for a single player. I'm talking about for multiplayer. Just a bridge would probably not be all that fun. If you want a case in point on that, just look at not old Modern Warfare 2, but modern, I guess, the new Modern Warfare 2. There's a multiplayer map that is literally just basically a linear highway with a bunch of cars, like stalled cars and stuff on it. And it is said to be one of the worst gameplay-wise in terms of any Call of Duty map because it's so linear that it's horrible to play on.
Wow. I never did any of the... I got Modern Warfare Remake. I didn't play any of the multiplayer on it.
My brother bought it for me. I played a couple matches and uninstalled it. It made me angry. The multiplayer made me want to die. It was not fun.
What the fuck is this trap? This
People were just too damn sweaty.
Oh, I'm supposed to utilize this for something. That monster. I wonder if I have to lure this thing through. Interesting. Whoa, what is this? Can I land here and do stuff? That guy's missing an arm.
Oh, speaking of Battlefield 6, man, people have been brazen. I keep getting recommended videos, straight up gameplay from the Battlefield labs, which, why are people so brazen? You're gonna get fucking copyright struck. You're not supposed to be posting that. And they're posting it on YouTube. I expected to get like clips to be posted on like Twitter and more like obscure places, but like on YouTube, you're literally gonna get taken down. I once again, I refuse to watch any of it. Like I see the thumbnails or whatever, but I'm not watching it. I'm waiting until the official reveal. I don't want to spoil myself, you know.
I think I don't remember if it was Bellular News was talking about that and how people were literally. They're violating the the
NDA.
TOS, the NDA, but the fact that EA isn't doing anything about that is a pretty, like, they were trying to make it seem like it's a clever marketing campaign, and it is, but it's also a double-edged sword, and it's very sus to me. It doesn't really make sense.
I mean, they're taking them down. I can't imagine that probably I can't imagine that these videos are staying up for too long once somebody figures out that it's there. I mean, it might take a minute because obviously, you know, unless they have somebody on the case just constantly looking for Battlefield 6 gameplay on YouTube, which to be fair, it's probably not that hard to find because people because they want to get views. They're literally putting in the title Battlefield 6. Like I saw ones like Battlefield 6 on RTX 3080, like, or whatever. I'm just like, you aren't making it easy to find the gameplay. It's not gonna, you're gonna get taken down. I don't know how are the views worth it if the video is gonna get taken down. You're probably gonna end up getting strikes on your channel and your channel taken down. The views don't matter at that point if your channel gets deleted. I don't get what they're doing,
but it sounds like those channels, they don't really, well, I don't know if they really understand the respect aspect of the developers. Like when I do a video on a very indie game like Limbo Point, I specifically reached out to the developer and said, hey, I want to do a video on your game. Do you have footage can I use your footage that you have? And they gave me permission. I didn't have to really sign anything, but I had the developers, you know, messages saying, yes, use footage, please. I don't know if these other people have gone to the effort of reading the NDA. They obviously
They don't
haven't,
care.
but
I mean,
they don't care.
I mean, I'm guessing that EA's probably just going to take the videos down. They're not going to actually enforce the NDA legally because, I mean, in theory, you could be taken to court because you're not.
Yeah.
When you sign an NDA, you're not supposed to be doing it. Like when you sign up for Battlefield Labs, they say like, hey, you can't just be putting out this footage. You know, we're letting you test the game and give us feedback so we can make the best retail version of the game.
Yeah.
But obviously they had to know it was going to happen. But I refuse to watch any of it. I'm just going to wait. I don't want to see old, like, buggy, you know, lesser than versions of the game. I'm waiting until I get to see the stuff that's more polished. I don't want to be, and plus I don't want to get fatigued for the game so early. Like I think there's kind of a double-edged sword to the way that the internet is now, where you can instantly see gameplay footage on demand. Like back in the days, all you got to see was maybe some trailer, maybe some little bit of game snippets if you went on, like if you watched G4, or if you looked at screenshots from a magazine or something. But now you just get to see the whole goddamn enchilada. It's like OnlyFans. It's not that appealing because you let me see your whole asshole. That's what these game studios are doing, for better or for worse. I mean, I guess it saved probably a lot of people from buying games that probably weren't worth the money. I don't know if you've ever had experience back in the ye old days where you bought a game based on, I don't know, a small description and you're like, damn, this game fucking sucks.
Sometimes, yeah. If there was a screenshot, if there was a video, excuse me, that would give me information about whether or not I wanted to play it. And then it came down to, could I get it? How could I get it? Because Amazon wasn't a thing back in the day. You had to literally go find a store that would have had something like this. We didn't have GameStop in the 90s. We had, like, I'm going with like 90s era type games. We didn't have a GameStop, if I recall.
Toys R Us.
Toys R Us, Wayside Video, you know, something like that. Yeah, we would have had to find someone who probably did it in a magazine, or yeah, because like online reviews of games, good luck finding those back then, or even the 2000s, like it was still pretty rare.
Fair.
So,
I have looked for old reviews of games, and I still can find like early 2000s like reviews for games. Like when I was looking up, which I still haven't made the video because I'm fucking terrible. But when I was writing the script for the Centipede PS2 video, I could still find the original reviews of that game from the early 2000s, because it seems like luckily a lot of these sites have kept those up, and I didn't have to go to like the archive or whatever. Like they're still there, just on the surface internet for me to access. I don't know about the 90s. It was probably a lot more rare to see that on the early internet, but by the early 2000s, it seems like it was pretty easy if you were one of the people that had access to the internet, of course. Or I guess you could have, back in the days, a lot of people used to go to the library to access the internet or do research for school.
I've been missing what people have been saying. I'm sorry. Trey Parker and Matt Stone have a serious beef with. Yes. Oh, it sounds like they do.
Damn, Helena's still tisming about South Park.
It's apparently a big deal, at least for like screwing over Paramount Plus, which Paramount's been bleeding for years. Star Trek is slowly draining, even though they're trying to present it as the Star Trek's doing well. And
I'm just saying, Helena, for Helena, this South Park episode is her Steam Deck.
Yeah, I can see that. Someone told me they were fighting. I thought they meant with each other. Apparently South Park started 10 years ago, though I thought it I think it was more than 10 years ago. Or unless the fight started 10 years ago. Best Buy, or Target, Best Buy in the mall. Yep. EB Games. No, it wasn't EB Games. It was Electronics Boutique, I think, at the time. And then it maybe changed to EB Games. You had Sam Goody, that was mostly music related, and then you started to see GameStop roll in.
We had both GameStop and we had Game Crazy, which was always connected to a Hollywood Video.
Yep. Good times there.
So it's like either you could go to the Hollywood Video and rent games and movies, or you can go next door to Game Crazy if you wanted to buy some game related stuff, you know? That's where I remember, this is a good memory, but I remember the day that my grandpa brought us to Game Crazy and bought me and my brother each. In retrospect, I don't know, he's kind of a goat for that, because, you know, I didn't understand the concept of money, but he bought us each our own DS Lite.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was probably a good chunk of change for him. I mean, the DS was probably a couple years old at that point, so it wasn't like launch prices, and also DSs were pretty cheap in comparison to what shit costs today. But my grandpa was kind of the goat for that. I didn't understand the concept of money. That was probably at least a couple $100. And my grandpa didn't have a lot of money. He mowed lawns for a living. We were on food stamps, so. Hey, you know, that was pretty good memory unlocked there. Going into that Game Crazy, walking out with a DS Lite, that felt so cool. Although by the time I took it to school to gloat about it, everybody already had DSs, so.
Review it and talk about it so I can move on.
I don't review that kind of stuff. You're coming to the wrong person. I don't even make that kind of content. Why would you think I would review South Park? I haven't watched South Park in so long. Like, I don't think I've watched anything of the recent South Park, let alone this episode.
Did I ever get to go to Blockbuster Music? I don't recall that.
Wait, what? Blockbuster Music?
What was that?
That's a thing? All you think I know is just Blockbuster. And all they had was movies and video games, as far as I can remember.
I might remember now. Blockbuster.
Was Blockbuster Music for renting music, or was it buying music?
Both, I think. Hang on, because there was another. Tower Records was a big one at the time. That's where, if you couldn't go to like a Fred Meyer, which is kind of, if you don't know what a Fred Meyer is, it's like a fancier, nicer version of Walmart, and they would have a music section.
You mean Myers? I don't think it's called Fred Meyer. It sounds, because Fred Meyer is a dealership, a chain of dealerships. At least in my area, it is.
Nah, up here we have an actual retail store called Fred Meyer.
Is it called Fred Meyers or just Myers? Because I've heard Myers. I've never heard Fred Myers.
Hey. Fred Meyer, no S.
I don't know. When I hear Fred Meyer, at least in my area, all that is a chain of dealerships. You'll have like Fred Meyers, a Toyota, or something like that.
So it's basically that's Fred Meyer.
Sonya says it is Meyer, or it's Meyer, not Myers, whatever. Remember printing Pokemon Snap stickers at Blockbuster, huh?
Fred Meyer's the owner. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, son.
I think I remember buying a fucking Skrillex CD from a Hot Topic. I think
it's like a music store on steroids. They had memorabilia, boxes. Yeah, okay. I might have got into a Blockbuster Music once, but I don't remember it. I remember Tower Records more. You could get.
Yeah,
like
we didn't have that.
You could go into Tower Records. You could go into like the international music version and get like the Japanese releases of like house mixes, go up, scan it in, and listen to all, like, I think it's a good like 30 seconds of each song it would play, but you could get an idea for what you were listening to, and that was a really cool feature back in the day. This is before the days of like, I think CD Now or whatever, those MP3.com.
iTunes?
iTunes. For the days of iTunes.
Oh boy. People, hey man, iTunes apparently people still buy music from iTunes. You can still buy, I don't know why you would buy just one song, but I mean, you can still buy songs in iTunes. That's still a thing. I don't think I've ever bought a song. I don't think I've bought music since it was Skrillex's Bangarang album in the early 2010s. And then before that, it was Skrillex Scary Monsters and Night Sprites album. I think my mom bought me Nickelback All for the Right Reasons back when that was their newest album. I had one of the WWE Superstar intro compilation CDs. And then mostly I would, well, actually the statute of limitations is over. You can't get me music labels. But back in the days, I would just find free downloads and then burn them to a disc. And my mom always got me to burn her music because she didn't know how to do it, so I would do it for her. She still has some of those CDs.
Nice. Ah, the glory days. Skytech,
Stop with your fucking cringe. Ah, he's trying to pick up ladies in your chat.
At Blockbuster Music, did you listen to the entire CD? No. If you're talking about like from start 0 mark to the, what is it, the 80-minute mark? No. I would sample, for the most part, the entire thing to get an idea if I wanted to buy it, and then I would buy it, and then I would listen to the whole thing. I wouldn't sit for hours listening to one album. I would get the albums and then take them home and set them up on my big stereo, which I found ways of plugging in extra speakers, jamming extra wires in there to add more, I guess, the idea of surround, and play it on that. So that's what I did when I got
my Blu-ray drive. I didn't even check. I don't even know if my Blu-ray drive can burn DVD.
Yeah, it kind of depends.
I don't know if this is let's see if this, oh, it is. It's a Blu-ray player DVD writer, so I guess it can't burn Blu-rays, but it can burn DVDs, and I would guess that means also CDs. Why can't it burn Blu-rays though? Why would they only let you burn DVDs?
Probably, well, besides marketing, it could be mechanical.
I don't know, this thing is definitely, it was manufactured in 2024, I can see, but it has a micro B connector, which I fucking hate. Goddamn micro B! Sick and tired of that connector. I hate whenever I have to pull out micro B in 2025 because I buy something and for some reason they're in the goddamn Neolithic era. I'm like, can you motherfucker, you made this in 2024, put a type C, how much more does that cost? A couple bucks maybe? Jesus. Now I gotta pull out some shitty ass micro B cable just for the purpose of this, and I gotta make sure I find the right micro B cable because back in the day sometimes you would have ones that didn't do very well with data.
Yeah.
Or couldn't provide enough power. So I'm sitting here fucking, I think literally for this drive, I was literally fumbling with a bunch of different cables because they wouldn't work. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? Just put a damn type C on there. I hate these damn companies.
Yeah. So which of you lovely ladies wants 75mm of hot Texas male loving?
What the hell is a kilometer? I don't speak in goddamn communist units.
That translates to 3 inches.
I mean, the UK is turning into a communism. I love seeing so much talk on Twitter of the UK thing because it's bad. It's worse than like the laws here in like some southern states. Like I thought Texas was bad with like putting age verification stuff on like Pornhub and stuff, but like they don't go after Twitter, Discord, even hentai sites. I guess they don't really care about that stuff, just like straight up porn. But in the UK, they're going after everything. You gotta be age verified for like Discords a lot of times. Shit on Twitter is getting blocked. Hentai sites, Rule 34, fucking all kinds of shit is being locked because of this.
We can't have a Rule 34. Son of a bitch! It's the end of the world.
It's fucking tragic. People that have Discords locked out of channels in their own Discord. I think one VTuber named OBCat. I think I tuned into one of her streams. She has a very good model for it being 3D, but she tried to age verify because Discord either lets you submit an ID or a selfie, and I guess the system tries to determine if you're old enough based on a picture, which I don't get how the fuck that would ever work, but whatever. It didn't work for her because she tried to submit a selfie for verification and it classified her as a teenager.
Damn.
When she's a full-grown adult. I'm like, what the? This shit is just omega gay. That the
That's
UK
funny.
is those VPN sales, and then I don't know if it's true. There's like news going around. Some people are saying VPNs don't work. Some people are saying y'all are fucking dumb. They do work. So I don't know exactly the legitimacy of whether VPNs are working or not. It could be depending on which VPN. I don't really know. It sounds fucking draconian. And of course, you have some people on Twitter that are like, well, why are y'all so angry? We're trying to protect kids. It's like, just say that you want kids to be able to watch porn. I'm like, y'all are missing the point. We're not mad about the fact that we're stopping kids from watching porn. It's the fact that it's having other it's affecting things a lot more than that.
That's when I hear that, just say that you want kids to watch porn. No, that's a gaslight. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They know who they're pissing off, and they don't care. This is... I can't even...
Eat, as Cody would say, just eat the bugs. Eat the bugs. They want you to eat the bugs. Just do it.
Much.
Like, just give up your... Yes, willingly give up your ID. Oh, we're trying to protect kids. Okay, well then you tell me if you don't see any problem with having to give up your identification on the internet. The internet where you're supposed to be anonymous for the most part. That was the whole point of the charm, the magic of the internet is, you know, a little bit of anonymity, for better or for worse.
Actually, that was marketing that somehow has carried through all these decades, but has always been bullshit. You never have been anonymous, and there was.
Oh,
it was.
I mean, if you used the Tor browser.
No. VPNs, Tor browser, like, not everyone uses Tor browser because some people are simpletons and they're scared of the idea of the deep web. I'm talking like. You go, you connect to something, and even since the late 90s, people have been able to track where you are, what you have, like the amount of information that your computer gives to a website that has been the standard for over 20 years that most people don't realize. And now, just now, we're really starting to try and be concerned with security. It's like, we're a little late, people.
To also be fair, a lot of people are saying use Tor. Tor is great, but there's one major problem with Tor. It's slow as balls.
It's because it's hosted on actual computers instead of servers.
Just the nature of Tor is why it's so slow. It's bouncing around to different, relays and stuff. It's slow. You're gonna see a dramatic drop in your speed. So yeah, you can use Tor and it might work for you, but it's gonna have some consequences on your ability to browse the internet. So it's not really a perfect solution. And obviously Tor can be used for a lot more. Some people think that Tor is only for accessing the deep web, but I mean, you can use it with the surface web. A lot of browsers have built-in Tor. Actually, wait a minute. If I go up to Opera GX, does this have? Okay, I don't think this has an option to open a Tor tab, but some browsers literally have like a built-in feature. I think it's Brave might have a built-in like Tor browser where you can launch a tab in Tor mode, basically.
Yeah.
So it's not, these days it's actually not that hard. You don't have to download like a Tor browser. Like back in the days you had to download specific Tor browsers. Not that that's not very secure. Anybody knows that if you're trying to be secure with Tor, you gotta jump through a lot more hoops. You should probably be on a virtual machine that's also been completely isolated, or even better, make sure you have a Tor browser on a completely separate PC that you don't, because Tor is, as people have found out through the deep web, they can still find you on Tor.
Yeah.
If they want to.
I love that the chat is splitting hairs over what I'm guessing is measurement of one's Pt2. It's great. Oh, I work at a vet clinic. One of pets says my dog has a lump and I don't have calipers. I use my thumb as a measure reference. Ooh la la. Yep. Exactly.
I don't know. All I can say is this UK law is very draconian, and hopefully maybe the people over there can do something about it, because if they don't, then it's going to end up spreading. And more freedoms are going to keep getting taken away, and that's why people are actually against the law. It's not because we want kids to access porn. It's because it's a slippery slope of things that are going to keep getting worse. At first, it's just, oh, stop people on age verified from accessing porn sites, and then it turns into this, and then we're going to restrict you from this, and then this, and then this. And before you know it, there is no freedom. And you have to hand over all your goddamn information just to basically browse the internet, and which then opens up so many security holes, as we've seen time and time again. How many times does fucking websites and even government databases get hacked into? It happens all the time. Not even the military is safe.
You know what that actually is? When a government site gets breached, it's the dumbest fucking reason. It's not that the database got breached. So that's the claim. The claim, the public reason that is given is that a database was breached. No, what ended up happening is someone used their VPN at a remote government site that didn't actually have like what's called SSI or sensitive security information. They didn't have it on site, but instead they VPN'd into something that was secure, or they found a way, or they not found it, but they went into the SCIF where the real information is. They took that information and they put it on a public node facing computer, and they didn't destroy it. They didn't shred that information once they got done with it. And then some fucktard found a way into that system and then grabbed everything. That's why we actually got the full like 1 point something million names of the do not fly list. That was technically classified. That was never supposed to be on a public facing computer, but because there are retards within the government, it was sitting on some remote some backwater site computer, and some black hat just happened to be pinging one day and got access to it. That's usually what happens with this type of bullshit. The real government webs, like the Neil Breen, like, I'm gonna keep hacking these government knows you don't put one fucking database on anything with an internet gateway. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. You zipper the fuck out of that shit and never connect it to anything if you want to keep it secure.
In my opinion, Karis, people who, well, for the most part, people who hack and put out government information, I don't think that they're black hats. I think they're heroes. Because the government keeps trying to keep things from us, and I think we have the right to know.
That's a fair opinion.
Like, what's his name? What's the guy that... What was his name? Snowden. Hero. We deserve to know this shit, and he was brave enough to put it out there for us to see.
Stink Bug, you're under arrest for say something a little bit mean.
You think that's a joke, Stink Bug, but that's actually what happens in the UK and a lot of EU places. Like, you can actually get, like, I think if you say something mean to somebody on the internet, you can actually be arrested for it. They have way less freedom of speech than we do.
Snowden Snowden is why insider threat got expanded. When you go for any kind of like government training, they go through a lot of insider threat, which is, you know, for those who don't know, it's a person who is disgruntled within an organization and they're basically going to sabotage. You know, you hear the story of, oh, I'm going to light the Office Space. When Milton says I'm going to burn the place, I'm going to burn the place down if I don't get my red stapler. That's an insider threat for a government. And Snowden, who had a top secret clearance, he gathered all this information on USB drives because, well, he got trusted with everything and we didn't have this kind of leak yet. And so he gathered all this information and just like, hey, Glenn Greenwald, you want all this shit? And just leaked it all to the fucking world.
Yeah, he's a hero. The only people who are bad are the people who put out like citizens' information. But if you're just putting out like documents that got classified, hero. I feel like we have a duty to be able to access this kind of shit, and I'm tired of the government sealing so much shit away that we are not allowed to see, like the Epstein files and stuff. Like I'm sick of this shit. And it takes a hacker with some fucking balls or an insider or somebody within the government themselves to finally bring it to light. And that's a good thing, because we have a right to fucking know this shit. But the government wants to keep it a secret, and I don't believe in that.
Oh, they definitely like to keep stuff secret. Believe me, I've seen a handful of things that they'd probably prefer. I mean, there's things that I'm not even going to talk about just because I fucking know better. But other things that, yeah, they'd really rather not make it onto the 6 o'clock news.
I can imagine. It's like there's probably things that I've seen within my own job. I don't even have a government job, and I'm not even like at the high levels where there's probably even more secret shit I would probably bear witness to. But yeah, I mean, I've seen some things, how management does things, and I know the internal structure of my job enough to where I probably could leak all the dirty deets, but it'd be basically on the level of how Cody, you know, leaked stuff about GameStop.
Company secrets are definitely something that companies don't want to be known. Like, I don't know if this is saying much, but I'm one of the few people that made Nike Corporation nervous because I brought something to light that they didn't know that was happening under their watch. Like, people used to bitch all the time, oh, Nike, you're making like 12-year-olds make your stuff. How dare you? Nike knows this. They don't care because they all approve it. I brought things to Nike's attention in Beaverton, Oregon that they had no fucking clue about, and you bet your ass they were having corporate meetings because of shit that I said through an email that the contracting that was doing the IT was like violating Oregon state law. They were violating OSHA, shit that they didn't know about, and they freaked the fuck out over.
You're much different to me. I probably see things that I probably should expose all the time, but I don't give a fuck. I just do my air quotes 9 to 5 and go home. I just don't have enough energy to care.
I did back then.
I only when I was at Kroger did I actually like try to expose things, because I saw some real like stuff that I could not ignore. You know, like I said 1,000 times about the worker at my Kroger who was just getting away because he was a little slow, but he was getting away with sexually harassing multiple women in the workplace, some of which I bared witness to, and one of the victims who I knew. And I actually did try to blow the whistle on that. I think he still never got fired. He only ended up getting fired because I think he tried to steal beer later on or whatever. Damn. But that was just the one time I think I actually tried to expose the company for something, because I couldn't just let a sexual harasser go by without any kind of consequence. I mean, I literally got that Kroger. I used an anonymous account on the Facebook page to put them on blast, and I wasn't at work that day, but according to workers there, their phones started getting blown up by a bunch of people from the city,
That's
like
funny.
citizens asking them like, "Is this true? Is this true?" And it was so bad that apparently, before I even called the corporate office, they were already aware of it.
I'm sure. I need to rewatch the Matrix trilogy. I like the first one. Like, I really like the first one. It's kind of a flawless movie. I don't care for the second or third. I really don't. It's their... They don't feel like Matrix movies. They feel like an attempt at a Matrix movie from different people that just happen to have the same actors. Like, Matrix Resurrections...
It's like RoboCop. What happened to RoboCop?
Yeah, it's like RoboCop. Like, I don't... When I saw Reloaded and... What the fuck was the name of the third one? I don't remember the third one. The third Matrix movie. I saw both of those in theaters. Hell, I think I even saw the first Matrix in theaters. I didn't feel fulfilled with the second and third one. I was like, okay, that was a thing. And I get people to this day that's like, oh, come on, they were great, they were pretty good. As a film, yes, they were pretty good. As a Matrix sequel, I don't... The first Matrix will always be amazing. It will always be groundbreaking and fantastic and wonderful for me. That's just me, though. No one actually works at Kroger. They just smoke out back. You're probably not wrong, Stinkbug. You're probably not wrong.
True. Even the manager would use like trash time as her I guess smoke time.
Kroger's a BS monopoly. I know, because I was with them. Oh, rip. I am sorry.
Yeah, I worked there. I worked there for technically 4 years. Although it was off and on because I would be on what's it called, educational leave. Because you know I didn't have time to, well, in transportation all that stuff, I didn't have the time to be able to work during school semesters, and plus the one I worked at was away from my campus.
How do I feel about the John Wick series? The first through third are fantastic. And
I don't think 4 is good.
4 changed the energy up almost completely. It was a 180 for the momentum. First one was introducing John and the world of the High Table. But the High Table was just like, but it was more about John's revenge. Second one brought in more of the High Table and John dealing with the bullshit. Third one was escalating. Like, the energy was escalating. By the time the fourth one came around, it's like, no, John, you've been doing everything wrong the whole time. You need to do it this way. It's like, why didn't you fucking say so from the second or third goddamn movie? Why did you suddenly pull this secret backstory out the whole time? No, it kind of frustrated me when I was watching the fourth one. It's like, why is everyone suddenly upset that John's doing things wrong? Everyone's been encouraging him to do this shit in the previous one. So again, as a film, it is a competent, well-made film, but as a continuation of the final for the John Wick storyline, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. John just gives up and says, okay, I'm not gonna kill you all. I want to do a duel to get my life back. Like, why was the energy the opposite in the third one? Why was it suddenly, we're gonna fucking kill them all, right, John? Literally, Morpheus's last words.
You're overthinking it. I just turn my brain off when I watch John Wick. Honestly, that's what I do. I'm just there for the amazing action scenes.
Oh, there's action.
It still has some of the best action in all of, like, you know, modern like action films. I mean, 4 had the over the top, like the what is it? Over the looking down perspective, I guess, however you say that.
The isometric view, yeah.
Yeah, that where he was going through the rooms with the dragon's breath shotgun and shit. And then the scene with the fucking stairs where he falls down the stairs and then has to make his way back up the stairs and stuff like that. Like just little things like that. Yeah, twice, which got a good laugh out of the crowd. That's what I'm there for.
I remember hearing that, and I could hear a whole lot of like, oh man, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I heard a lot of that in the theater, which cinematically, yeah, that's why I say, as a movie, it is competent, it is well made, but as the final storyline, it was underwhelming. I was underwhelmed. I feel like I was kind of teased along with this idea that there would be a big finale, and instead it was, well, John really can't do all this. He has to play by the High Table's rules. It's like, no, John Wick was basically like the Doctor Strange in the sense that no one could fucking take him down. And yet, it's like it wanted to have his cake and eat it too. And so
that's
like,
a lie. Doctor Strange isn't that powerful. He literally got defeated by Thanos.
Well, everything in at least as far, I won't speak for the comics because I never read the comics, but when all the other characters around Strange are saying you were supposed to be the best, when the Ancient One says Strange was supposed to be the best of us.
Actually, now that I think about it, though, I could be overanalyzing, but now that I think about it, maybe he let Thanos beat him because he already knew the outcome. He literally looked through every possible outcome ever and only found one outcome where they would win. So I guess you could also argue he let Thanos defeat him because he knew that was the only way that everything was going to work out. So I guess you could make that argument, is that he wasn't actually defeated. He let Thanos win.
I'm surprised you didn't notice that before. That's instantly what I saw when watching Infinity War, and Strange literally says to Tony, like, why would you do that? And Steven says it was the only way. I knew right then and there. Steve, he went through 14,605 realities or whatever it was. He knew what was going to be the end. He knew the end game.
That makes you think, why did he even fight back then? If he really knew he had to give him the stone, he probably should have just gave him the stone. What was even the point of fighting him?
Probably fighting him was exactly what needed to happen, because he knows if he deviates from his path, he'll fuck it up, possibly. Even if he knows that he's going to lose this battle, I mean, you could also argue that contrivance of plot points and we need to have an action set piece, but Steven has to know that as someone who's a master of mystic art, if you deviate a little bit, you're gonna have that butterfly effect and you could fuck it all up. So take it for what that is.
I mean, Doctor Strange himself already opens up too many plot holes. I'm sorry, because like if he's this powerful, in theory he should be able to solve all problems pretty much instantly. If he's that fucking powerful.
Yeah, go back and fix Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I don't even think Doctor Strange, the master of the mystic arts, can fix that shitty movie.
What did Helena say? I agree that only the first was amazing. The sequels were meh, but they were canon. They are canon. You know what else is canon? The Animatrix, which is also amazing.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. How many times can you fall downstairs?
Twice.
I have fallen downstairs a handful of times, and even.
But have you ever fallen up the stairs?
I don't think so. Not like Biden. I haven't fallen upstairs like Biden.
I'm about to say, I was waiting for when you were gonna say Biden. That was exactly what I was thinking of. Best president, boys. Best president.
81 million votes, people. Most votes of any president in the last 20 years. It's interesting.
And somehow ended up being the worst. I don't know how. Well, welcome to American politics.
No. See, that's the wrong thought process. Not the worst. He was the most. Oh, I used to have this.
Well, I guess who would you argue was the worst? I think my argument is Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson.
Oh, you want to go back that far?
Because the Trail of Tears, that was a horrible thing he did. Way worse than everybody says that Trump is bad with like the deportation stuff. I'm like, do you guys not remember Andrew Jackson, who tried to force a bunch of Indians to go to a completely different state, and a whole bunch of them died. That was pretty. Now that's a bad forced migration, if you ask me. That's way worse than what he's doing to the Mexicans. The Trump's doing to the Mexicans right now. Whoo, boy! Don't bring up the Trail of Tears, because you don't want to have that conversation.
Yeah, I'll mention something on that in a minute if I can remember it. Where does one even find all those stairs?
Where was it? France?
Sacré-Cœur in, I think, France. That's a real fucking place, if I recall. So,
duh.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a real movie set. So, yeah, they got a lot of stairs. I don't know why.
RDJ as Doomsday. Thoughts? Joe Rogan was right. He was absolutely fucking right.
Skytex is exactly right. Abraham was the worst. He freed the slaves. True. It was all downhill from there, boys. They stood for what was the norm. I don't think Haiti. Well, do you think people? I would disagree. I don't think that most Americans hated Indians to the point that they wanted them all to die. Not as much as the leadership at the time. I would think that the common citizen probably didn't want hundreds of thousands of Indians to die.
The things that we did and what we introduced them to are still fucking up the entire, and I do say the entire, native culture to this day. Natives,
John Redcorn intros to chat.
The fact that natives can't metabolize alcohol properly has...
Wait, what?
Yeah, you didn't know this? Native Americans, no. They don't metabolize alcohol properly, and they become, like, really just unruly people. Like, they don't become themselves.
Are there really any, like, full, I guess, purebred Native Americans even existing in society anymore?
There still are plenty. Like, I know, like, the idea that we would have, like, thinned a bunch of them out. My grandpa was apparently half-blood, and he was the greatest generation. So you only go back, like, a little ways, and you've got a pure-blood Native American in, like, the early to mid 1900s. So I'm probably barely got any Native American in me. I've done the ancestry, this, like, yeah. But up in places like Kotzebue, Alaska, where there's a lot more pure blood, or at least half-blood Native Americans.
Oh, I forgot about the Eskimos up in Alaska.
Apparently that's a racist term, according to Jesse Cox. Like, supposedly the proper term is Inuit.
Nobody cares, though.
I know. But natives up in Alaska, they can't be accepted in government jobs like TSA because they do drink. Like, I talked with TSA once about that. I said, how does this work with, like, hiring them? They say, yeah, it's a problem. We can't hire some of them because of this issue, because we need them to be reliable employees. We can't have this being an issue at all. Like, they need to be representatives of the government. So we really can't do this.
You can't drink at all when you're in TSA?
We can't. They become a liability because they're representing the U.S. government. They're a federal employee, and there's too much risk in that. And so the idea is like, if you are a regular drinker, yeah, we really don't want to deal with that. The other thing that used to be the case is if your credit score was bad, you couldn't become a government employee because you became a liability for possible, like, black hat hackers we'll pay off your $20,000 in credit card debt. Let this person go through the airport with this package, kind of thing. Like, you run into that kind of issue. And so alcohol,
remember, no Russian.
You actually can do that entire mission without firing a single shot on a civilian.
Yes, you can actually. That was actually a defense for the entire Well, I'm pretty sure the developers did that on purpose because they knew that they were going to get controversy. So they made like they wanted to have some kind of out. Not that it worked, but they wanted to have some kind of out. Be like, well, technically, you don't have to kill innocent civilians. Not that it worked, because I mean they still got drug under the fucking under the damn rug.
Yeah.
So.
Helena deleted 2 messages. I wish I would have seen what that was. You need to go to bed soon. Gonna lurk mode. Good night. All right. Good night, Helena. Nice to see you here. Nice to have you chatting in Discord for a bit. Ooh. What did I just get? Motor frame? Oh wow.
Oh, by the way, you know what I kind of noticed but didn't wasn't fully sure from the Battlefield 6 trailer? The guy that's playing the President of the United States is that one actor. I only know him from because he played Captain Dawes in Battlefield Hardline. You know, the boss, like the boss that you reported to in Battlefield Hardline. I kind of thought it was maybe him because when they showed like his like the bottom of his face, I was like, wait a minute, he's got like that texture to his face that seemed familiar.
Interesting.
I guess he's coming back for Battlefield 6. I guess it makes kind of sense. There's like, hey, I know you played in one of our games. Can you come back again to play the president? It's here. It was either that, or we're gonna get that one guy, that one white bald guy that's like that pretty much only plays in military-focused like roles. The one that's now playing Captain Shepard in Call of Duty, but previously he's been in a bunch of military movies. He was one of the like investigators from Battlefield 3. He has a very recognizable voice.
Yeah. I thought he was General Shepard in. If that's who I'm thinking of, he was General Shepard in.
Or yeah, General Shepard, not Captain Shepard. I'm thinking of Captain Price. My bad, military people. I got his rank wrong.
Oh, you gonna burn for that one? Yeah. No, I like him as an actor. He's been around a lot of stuff. He was in like a bunch of seasons, I think, of 24, like the middle of 24. He was one of the Secret Service people. He always plays a government or military role. That's his typecast. He's always put as some kind of high-ranking official or intelligence officer. Always. In everything that he plays in, it's always that. It's either Secret Service, FBI, CIA, or some rank of the military. I'm like, man, if I've ever seen like a example of a typecast, this guy is a prime example of getting typecasted. Yep. Florp 96. Welcome. Fred Thompson.
Fred Thompson?
No.
Is that his name? I don't think so. I don't think it's his name. Wait, let me look it up. Is it Fred
you go
Thompson?
ahead. I thought Fred Thompson died.
No, it's not Fred. No, it's not Fred Thompson. Let me look. Let's see. General Shepard. But I need to be specific because of fucking Call of Duty reusing Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 2022. Let's see. What is his? Let's see. Actor. What is his name? It's Glenn Marshauer.
Okay. He also was Overlord in the first Modern Warfare game. At least the voice of Overlord.
Oh yeah, he was. It's funny that he's done prominent roles for both of the competing first-person shooters.
Yep.
He's been in Call of Duty more, but he was in one Battlefield game. Okay, one Battlefield game, just 3. I don't even know what his name was in that. Let's see, Glenn Moore Shower, Battlefield 3. What was his name? Gordon? Agent Gordon. Yeah, his name was just Agent Gordon in Battlefield 3. He did a good job in the few scenes that they had him in that game. He always does a very good job when it comes to like his demeanor and anything that he plays in.
Nice.
Like he was like, I think he was definitely the best character in Battlefield 3. Like his way that when he's playing this agent who's interrogating a military, a member of the military, Agent Black or Sergeant Blackburn, like just the way that he talks. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, he has that voice that just it gets your attention. It's kind of like.
Well, I think it's the writing of Battlefield 3 in those scenes was actually not bad. Like I will give it to the writers. Like his dialogue was actually like believable for the situation he was in. Where like even like little lines that you don't think much of, kind of hit hard. Like I think one of his lines was like, "You're the driver. We're just here. We're just along for the ride," or something like that. When he's when Sergeant Blackburn's like, you're trying to, basically he's accusing them of trying to lead him down a path of admitting guilt or something. And just little refutes like that are like, oh, that's actually pretty clever dialogue.
I don't think I fully played that one. Welcome, the White Kingdom.
No, we do not need Pedro Pascal in Battlefield 3. Stop. No more Pedro Pascal.
Am I trying to 100% the game? I'm trying to just progress in the game. I never beat the game initially. When it came out years ago, I never played it because I judged the game too harshly, thinking it was just a cozy, simple, like little fishing game. But there's like Cthulhu elements in that I very much enjoy. I've been playing a lot of it behind the scenes, so I don't know if I'm gonna 100% it. I definitely want to get as much of the story as I can. So maybe I might 100% it. No, I don't think Pedro needs to really venture into video. We have Elias Dufexis and Stephen Blum. We have Jennifer Hale. We have those people for the video games. I don't. We don't really need Pedro to start playing every character. Even though I don't have a problem with Pedro. I enjoy, as weird as it is, like Wonder Woman 1984 was garbage. I had really just enjoyed seeing what Pedro was trying to do with Max Lord character. Like, it was just interesting seeing him attempt to salvage what was clearly a garbage joke of a representation of Donald Trump from the 1980s. I didn't have a problem watching him on screen. I enjoy seeing him act. He's a goofball and a dork in real life, apparently. But when he gets in the character, it's like, I'm focused. I'm watching. I enjoy seeing what I'm seeing. So it's like, eh.
Battlefield All-Star cast: Pedro Pascal, The Rock, Keanu Reeves, and Kevin Hart.
No, straight to jail. Straight to jail.
Battlefield Jumanji edition.
I didn't realize that there was that moment where The Rock was in 4 movies and you couldn't tell based on his appearance which one was which, because he dressed exactly the same in each movie. It was so dumb.
If Kevin Hart was in a Battlefield game, you'll literally get like some scene where they're all getting shot at by the opposing forces, and Kevin Hart's like freaking out, hunched down behind cover, and he looks at The Rock. He's like, I don't know what to do, and then The Rock will come back with some kind of short joke, because you know how it is. Just be like, just run. You're short enough that you won't get shot, or some bullshit like that. Every Kevin Hart movie at least has one joke about him being short. Every single time, it's either he's short or he's black, and usually it's both.
Do you remember? I'm jumping around a little. Do you remember the marketing for Modern Warfare 3, the vet and the noob that had Sam Worthington and Jonah Hill in like a multiplayer game?
The original Modern Warfare, yeah, I do remember that, the vet and the noob.
That was so fucking good. I watched that commercial over and over again because it's just like, it's so stupid, but yet it's so effective.
Back when gamer commercials actually tried to appeal to gamers by having dumb, goofy gamer comedy. and jokes.
Yes.
And now it's just all fucking monotonous and explosions, guns, blah blah blah. I'm like, where's the fun? The old Call of Duty
Yeah.
commercials were some of the best ever. Like you had
That-
like a Black Ops commercial where it would have like a bunch of people of like different like groups or whatever, you know, becoming like operatives, because that was the whole thing with Black Ops, you know, that everybody's a soldier, and they fed into
Yeah.
that. Nowadays, it's literally there's no real charm to those marketing campaigns.
It's all minimalism. It's kind of dumb. It's
Well,
sad.
he is short and black. I mean, yes, he is, but they don't have to make a joke about it every single film that he's in. They do it every time. It's like, we get it. Kevin Hart is short. Okay, move on. People have been making fun of Kevin Hart for being short for like since the beginning of the goddamn Neolithic era. Like it's overplayed. It wouldn't be
Yeah.
bad for a Battlefield Bad Company reboot. Okay, maybe for Bad Company, but I don't want Kevin Hart. That only works within Bad Company because Bad Company was kind of a more goofy, I guess, Hollywood interpretation of war. That's what kind of made it kind of fun. It was a little bit serious, but it was mostly kind of goofy because it was more. Bad Company was more like if Battlefield was just your kind of just like a Hollywood action flick.
Yeah.
And that's what it was going for. It was just like kind of goofy, not really about the war itself. Because I mean, the actual plot line was the most generic in the, like the most generic war story ever. Like it was literally like Russia is invading or blah blah blah. And if that was the entire game, it would have been boring as hell. We've seen Russia invades 1,000 times over. It's never gonna be interesting anymore. It never really was interesting to even begin with. Like you gotta have something more. Bad Company, it was about the characters that made the game. 'Cause, you know, you had Sweetwater, Sweetwater. I forget some of the other guys' name. You had the sergeant who was the more grounded, like I guess what would you call him? He was more. He wasn't. Every once in a while he'd be a little bit fun or a little tongue in cheek, but he was the more I don't know what the term is, but he was the more serious one. Then you had the
Yeah.
guy from Texas who was the over-the-top, goofy redneck guy. Then you had the nerd. Then you had your protagonist who was more vanilla, more just there to be for the player to put themselves in, which was good. And then Battlefield 3's campaign was also just Russia bad, but their whole angle was you're playing as a character who shot their commanding officer, and now you're being interrogated, and you're trying to tell them that you did it for a good cause, and that somebody who's working with the United States, as you later find out, working with United States is and so they don't believe you because he's undercover essentially, and he's delivering nukes to do an attack on I think New York or something, after he's already delivered a nuke to France, I believe. He sets off a nuke in France. They're kind of trying to play, actually now in retrospect, they're kind of playing on what Makarov was in Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that. He literally was just Makarov. The only thing different is that Makarov was never working with the United States. He was just a bad Russian trying to commit terrorist attacks. While
He just wanted to destroy. He just wanted to kill.
yeah, while Solomon in Battlefield 3 was literally undercover for United States, but behind the scenes, he was using that in order to carry out his attacks. A little bit different. And in Battlefield 4 was China invades, or China goes on the attack, which got the game blocked in China, because apparently China, unlike Russia, doesn't like it when we portray them as the bad guys. How dare you?
China's pretty well, the Chinese government, I should say, is pretty sensitive about that. Russia's probably just taking notes. Okay, so they are anticipating this. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to do this instead.
I mean, Russia's just the easy scapegoat for any enemy in a military game. They are always a stand-in. It's either pretty much every enemy faction in military games and shooter games is either Russia, or Afghanistan?
Well, Russia's easy because there's two parties who have nearly taken over the world at one time. The Nazis, which it took like 5 fucking countries to take them down, or Russia, that was enough of a powerhouse that they could have attempted to take over the world, and they might have succeeded had they not.
If it wasn't for you meddling
over.
kids.
Yeah, them meddling damn kids.
The meddling allied forces. Damn. Don't forget North Korea. North Korea is barely ever used as an enemy in video games, though. Like we were saying earlier, the only game that I think portrayed North Korea as the enemy was Homefront. I can't think of any other game that had North Korea as an enemy that I can think of off the top of my head. It's usually always Russia or somewhere in the Middle East. Usually. I think the only other time I'm seeing a different faction used was Call of Duty Ghost had South America. Because I think the whole plot of that was that a bunch of like South American countries or whatever all allied together to create a mega army to attack the United States. That was also one of those rare times where we finally had somebody other than just Russians.
Apparently,
and
Crisis.
Crisis? What? Crisis was against Korea?
Yeah, apparently that was the antagonist. Was Crisis. I never did the single player for Crisis, so.
Oh, actually, now that you mention it, I do remember the very Asian faces in the first Crisis. I never played the original, though. I only played Crisis 3.
Fascinating.
Which was still a good game.
But will it run Crisis? Where's the new version of that? Will your 5090 run Crisis?
VR chat with 100-person instance, all models turned on.
That's too many words. Will it run Crisis is like a bumper sticker. It's easy to say.
Will it run? I think nowadays it would be. I'm trying to think of a game that was way too. Well, because I don't. It's very particular because Crisis wasn't a badly optimized game. It just pushed hardware. So you could insert pretty much any game that runs like shit, but that's not really fair because Crisis didn't necessarily run like shit. It was well made on the technical level. It was just that it was so ambitious that it pushed hardware to its absolute limits. Yeah. So you can't really just name any badly optimized game because that's not really fair because it'll probably run like shit on even 10 years from now. Well, maybe it'll run better, but that's only because you're brute forcing at that point. But Crisis was a well-made game. It just, they really wanted to shoot for the stars. They wanted to push computer graphics forward. And to be fair, they actually really, they achieved that. They put everybody else on display and said, hey, guys, you guys are slacking. This is what you can do if you just have a little bit of ambition. I guess Cyberpunk, I guess, can it run Cyberpunk with path tracing? To be very specific, it has to be, can you run Cyberpunk with path tracing?
Yeah.
That would be the modern equivalent of can it run Crisis. But it's got to specifically be with path tracing, because if you don't have path tracing or even ray tracing at all turned on, the game actually runs pretty well these days on decent hardware. I mean, you can run it on a Steam Deck. It runs on the Switch too, apparently pretty well actually. But it has to be with the path tracing on, because then it becomes even like a 5090. I believe you can't reasonably run Cyberpunk with path tracing without using heavy use of DLSS.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean you need DLSS these days for everything, but yeah. Now, so if you can run that game without having to fucking turn up the DLSS really high, then that's a showing of your hardware. But nobody really benchmarks it like that, since everybody uses uses DLSS as just a standard. I do. I turn it on because it doesn't really hurt the graphics, at least for the setting I put it on, and it's basically free performance. The only game I don't turn it on in is Outbreak, because Outbreak's implementation, it looks really bad. All the the particles have like a weird ghosting effect to them.
Yeah, Hellblade 2 had that issue. Where you depending on your setting, you would have a ghosting. Can it run Hooney Pop? Damn. Yeah, if you can't run Hooney Pop, you're SOL. You truly are. Hooney Pop it would be the new standard, wouldn't it? I'm realizing that it's almost 1:30 and I am tired. I am exhausted.
It's 3:30 here. Get on my level.
Rip indeed. But we've made some progress in this game. We caused an oil spill. Yay, question mark, I guess, possibly. Since the past are coming back to haunt us. I'm gonna have to do some looking around to see what's gonna be done to even fix this thing. I'm waiting for the big clue that Cthulhu or whoever it is going to surface and going to kill us all. I'm waiting for that in this game. It always seems like it's very below the surface of there's big monster that if you don't make happy will destroy the world.
Our Lord Cthulhu.
Yep. He's gonna rise up from Relia and he's gonna explode our brains with insanity. Which, honestly, given in reality where things are going, that sounds like a fantastic idea. Just fry my brain, and assimilate me.
That sounds like a nice mercy kill, if you ask me.
It does, because like shunting into somebody doesn't sound really fun. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Color Out of Space with Nicolas Cage. That's a like jarring movie to watch. It's very Cthulhu inspired, and like a mother gets shunted together with her daughter, and it's like really fucking graphic.
It's got Nicolas Cage, of course it's gonna be fucking weird.
I like some of his newer wild stuff, like Mandy. Oh, that was a messed up movie, but really graphical.
Wally's Wonderworld.
That was dumb.
Okay, but Nicolas Cage made it at least decent enough to watch, even if it made no damn sense. But just watching him not talk for the whole movie and only communicate with body language and grunts, I don't know, kind of funny.
That was an interesting experiment in, I guess, can Nick Cage pull off like the man with no name kind of thing? And yeah, I guess he kind of did. He's got good body language. It's his whole thing that he's always been good at, no matter what bad movie he's been in. The one thing you can't say about him is that he doesn't put his entire body into acting. Yeah. It's not just what he says, it's not just how he says it, it's his entire body that goes along with his acting. Just the exaggerated movements and hands, and he puts his all into everything he's ever done. There was a scene in Mandy. Some of you probably haven't seen it. Red Letter Media pointed this out, which I didn't realize. I went back and watched the scene. There's this bathroom scene where like it's after like a really traumatic thing had happened, and Nick's character is like just like really mad. He's just like downed a bottle of like number 7 Jack Daniel, and he just starts yelling, and the camera like is trying to go forward and dolly in on him, but then like backs up. Like, it's one of those rare moments where you'd never realize that you felt apprehension for a camera operator that didn't know what Nick Cage was gonna do with the shot. And it's just like, oh wow, yeah, that's interesting. Like, because usually like the camera will dolly in on somebody regardless of what happens, but apparently like, yeah, like the camera goes in, backs up, and then like continues to go in, or it's like what it's like we gotta be careful. You gotta get out of the splash zone, because you don't know if Nick Cage is about to fucking, I don't know, throw his whole body around the room. He could do anything at any moment. He's a goddamn firecracker just waiting to go off. He's a loose cannon. He absolutely is. But yeah, good times. Good times Nick Cage craziness. Don't stop Nick Cage. I hope he's in the new Paul Verhoeven movie. That would be amazing. Which if you didn't know, Paul Verhoeven, director of Starship Troopers, came out of retirement. He's making another movie, and I am so looking forward to whatever he plans on making. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but I don't know if I'm gonna understand it. But it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be wild. I think I'm gonna call it a night, folks. I am tired. I am exhausted. But I've had fun tonight. And I appreciate everyone who's been here. Ginger, thank you for coming in and keeping the entertainment going as Helena has demanded, apparently. I'm not capable of being entertaining on my own, I guess. I need support. I think it was just like Helena wasn't enjoying the game, which, okay, it's not for everyone. That's why we've only had like 15 viewers instead of the what is it? We've had like 40 viewers.
More than I get on my usual streams, no matter what I play.
Well, we need to work on that. Indeed, well, thank you, Sonia. And yeah, we need to actually get together to do some sort, like, I'd like to do Turtles again. I very much enjoyed that. I'd like to do that again. I've got tomorrow and I've got Monday. So we'll see what happens. Well, actually, no. We've got tomorrow, we've got Monday, and then technically I fly in early on Tuesday, but I don't do anything Tuesday evening for Denver.
All I'm saying is I need to stop going on Twitter. I go on Twitter, and a Twitter account by the name of Mr. Cum puts out a post saying you may haven't noticed this at first, but Pipkin Pippa has two small twin tails. Apart from being cute, they both serve as an anchor to be pulled during the process of furious baby-making coitus while being behind her enormous rear area. I'm like, okay, you know what? I've had enough.
Someone fucking wrote that line. Someone wrote that line. What the fuck? I
hate Twitter so much, but I love it.
I'm taking a note down. That's gonna become a clip. Sonya, if you want to clip that, by all means, that's gonna be a clip.
I'm just gonna quote tweet this and be like, bruh. I'm just gonna be like, bruh, the internet was a mistake.
That's up there with the reaction to, oh, Azure Lane is amazing based on the breedability of the characters alone. Get fucked. Just go away.
This guy definitely unironically has a Pippa plushie with a hole in it. Unironically. Skytex makes jokes about me doing things to Pippa plushie. This guy 100% has a Pippa plushie with a hole in it, and every time you grip it, it sounds like a crunchy potato chip. Like, there ain't no doubt in my fucking mind. This thing probably contains COVID-20.
I remember hearing during COVID one of probably the worst pickup lines that I've ever heard, and I've never used it, but it's always been in my brain. It lives rent-free, unfortunately. It's, I like my women like I like my COVID-19 and easy to get.
Hey, at least that wasn't going where I thought it was, so props to that person. I thought we were about to have to call the fucking police.
No, I wouldn't have. If it went where you probably thought it was going, no, I wouldn't have even told it. That would have been like, I would have put it in like NSFW area. I wouldn't have even said it on stream.
Oh, by the way, slightly, well, only like very slightly related to that, and what we were talking about earlier. A lot of people have been, this anime has been trending again, called Shima Noda, and I've watched some of it. it was, and it's very related to what's happening in UK right now, because the entire anime was, I mean, literally the subtext to the anime is a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. Because the entire anime was like, if, well, dirty jokes didn't exist, and I don't think people have access to porn and stuff, or something of that nature. I'm like, damn, this anime was a warning.
There's a handful that can be perceived. What was it called?
Shimonota, or Shimoneta.
There it is.
It's a very great anime, very great. There's a scene where one of the female characters unironically basically rapes the male protagonist. At least that's what I'm gonna call it. It was basically rape.
Unironically basic.
Yep. But it's played up as comedy. Anime never change. I'm not saying that ironically. Like, anime never change. Y'all can make comedy out of some real fucked shit. I will say something that you would never get away with in Western media, because I can tell you right now, nobody. Well, maybe not in the modern day, because I know that those jokes used to be funny back in the day. I mean, Pepe Le Pew, but these days in Western media, you don't get any Pepe Le Pews.
Nope. He's banned, unfortunately. Damn. I'm gonna leave that open. And yeah, shut up, YouTube. I know I could earn 56-82% more if you do more ads. No. I'm not gonna bombard people. I'm already doing a little bit of ads. Shut up.
Oh, I love this image I see. It's a video from Disturbing History, and the title of the video is, and this is exactly how it reads: How were people with Down syndrome treated in history? With an obvious AI generated, like, old style painting style photo with somebody that suspiciously looks like Bobby Hill for some reason. But actually, maybe I'm reading it wrong. How were people with Down syndrome treated in history? There we go. I think that's a little bit more accurate to how you're supposed to read that.
I had to go look up Bobby Hill because I couldn't visualize his face, but yeah, okay. Ads equals headache? Yeah, I do get that. I don't get ads anymore. At least I don't. I'm on the YouTube Red Premium. Damn.
Also, by the way, what's her name? Sydney Sweeney did an ad for American Eagle, and
yeah.
their stock went up a whole bunch. That's all you need, companies. All you gotta do is bring Sydney Sweeney on, and apparently you're fucking, it stocks, man. Stonks.
They only go up.
I mean,
Unless you're
she's got some
GameStop.
she's got some nice stonks. I'll tell you that right now.
That would not have been done in the Biden era. Not at all. There's no way.
At least, hey, the marketers know what they're doing, man. All you need is Sydney Sweeney with her big old knockers.
Apparently.
Obviously, some people are like, why is she always got to sexualize herself in every situation? I'm like, because it works.
Money. She
Money.
makes
It
lots
literally
of
works.
money. But I'm rambling. I'm dawdling. I'm sorry to dawdle. I'm gonna go to bed. Ginger, it's been fantastic. Thank you for coming in to entertain and attempt to derail, but instead just added some nice fluff to the stream.
I guess you can call me the fluffer.
I did not think about that when I was going into that compliment, but sure. Ginger's the fluffer of the channel.
Yes.
Is that gonna be like the next gag that we start going around like, damn it, where's my fluffer? Ginger! You know? Sydney Sweeney's bathwater soap limited edition probably sold out quick as fuck. You know what else came out that's probably selling out a lot? I don't know if it's Sydney Sweeney. Who is it? It's Swift Energy. Swift Energy did a bathwater flavor. And I got an email about this shenanigans. Yeah, Gamer Girl Bathwater V2.
What? Flavor? What do you mean flavor? I'm pretty sure Gamer Girl Bathwater would taste like soap.
That's what I was kind of thinking, to be honest. Hang on, I gotta...
Alright, Sonia, it's time for you to cash in. Sonia Latin X Bathwater. It'll taste slightly like enchiladas.
Yeah, that I just put it in there. If you want to get it, use discount code my name cares for 25% off of whatever the hell that you want to pay for
chill. You goddamn chill.
I already have my own drink.
Actually, oh fuck, man, I'm not a good friend. Okay, let rewind. Just take out what I just said. Oh wow, Karis, that looks amazing. Where can I get this amazing product? Are you saying that I can save 15% by using code Karis at swift.energy.gg.com? Well, that's not that. Whatever. We'll have to do some other takes.
Well, also, it's not 15%, it's 25%.
Oh my god, are you telling me that you can save even more money by using code Karis at checkout?
I will save you much more percentage than Geico will on your... You only save 15% or more by switching to Geico. You'll save 25% with my discount code.
Oh my god, I'm going to buy 5 tubs right now. All right, Karis, you can pay me at paypal.com/.
You cut yourself off.
I'm basically just stealing that from, because Tectone does the same thing when he's doing reaction videos and somebody does like a sponsor, has a sponsor spot. He doesn't cut that out of the video. He won't skip it. He'll just be very overly enthusiastic about whatever product they're shilling. It's like, oh my god, that's awesome. He does it every time. I'm just like, he's like, I know what you're doing, Tectone.
I just realized when I move, and it's very likely that I will move, I need to rearrange my set so that my Clippy looks like it's like it needs to be like at the bottom of the frame, as though it's like something that I have composited in the shot, so that people aren't able to tell if it's a graphic or not. I need to be able to figure out how I can do that. Set that up at some point. Can you tell I'm tired? I'm really tired.
He
doesn't even know
merch,
his
man.
PayPal.
Yeah, that's all I know. I need merch. I think if I had merch, I would have a car, like a sticker you can put in your car that says like autism on board or something.
You could. I could probably advertise to like cars and shit, but again, like who wants to see advertisement for a gaming channel where I literally
But they won't know because
it
just says autism on board. It because I've said this before, Karis. If I was ever gonna have merch, I would try to make it something that's not too specific to my channel, to where you only like super fans would want to buy it. It needs to be something like how Elvis the Alien did with his clothing line, and I guess H3 with his wife, where they didn't make like, where they had probably regular merch, but making something that can be sold to practically anybody, where it doesn't have to be just G Kami VT fans, which is a word that doesn't makes sense because there is no G Kami VT fans. But regardless, there's only people that hate watch, aka Skytex.
Can I hate participate?
That's what Tism Thursday is for.
God damn it, I hate this show, but I have to participate.
Yes, you're getting paid. You're getting paid in literally nothing because you get more viewers than me. So if anything, I can't provide shit.
This is my consequence for success, is I have to be on the show.
Yes.
No, it's fine.
You're being held hostage.
I suppose so, yeah. That's right, Sonya. Aw, shit.
If I wanted real success, I would just bring Sonya on. Instant 100 viewers.
At least 20
Maybe
or
one
30.
day. Maybe one day. I'll get her on. I'll get her on eventually.
Participate.
Somehow.
Yes! Participate. I like that. I'm probably gonna forget that, but I like that. Participate. Have Sonya on.
That would be a funny show. It would be like the most diverse cast. You have one VTuber, one regular guy, and titties.
I'm the regular guy. Hey, I'm fine with that. I'll be the nonchalant white guy. I love that character. That's a great character to be.
Yeah, well,
People
it would be so diverse. You got one white guy, one Latinx woman, and me, who's black.
You realize she gonna murder you. She gonna murder you. She has dual wielding chakras, and she will find out where you are. I know.
Jokes on her.
Denny's...
Jokes on her. I'll like it.
That's true. You'll just be like, please, just bring it.
Ban me harder, Daddy.
That sounds gonna be the death of me.
No.
What's gonna be really funny is when I, like, April Fools or something, I'm gonna have a stream and I'm gonna change those all around, so they're not gonna actually be what they are, and they're just gonna completely screw with everybody.
Oh God, that's me. Yeah, that is you, Sonya. Allegedly.
Yep.
And that's me.
You know,
Karis, I told you not to record that. You agreed not to record that. What the hell? You betrayed my trust.
I have changed the conditions of the deal. Pray I do not change them any further.
God damn it. Justice for G Kami.
Justice for Ginger.
Yeah, justice for Ginger. Fucking, there's supposed to be an intimate moment between two bros.
That's the only audio that I have from the Denny's visit. All right, man. I am gonna head to bed. It has been a blast, as always. We are actually going to, before I head out, Karis, go to bed. Ginger, let it. Thank you, Sonya. We are going to raid somebody. We are. Who do we got? I think. Damn it. He was live.
Anal prolapse raid.
What? What is that nonsense? We're gonna raid Derakuda because he's doing more Donkey Kong apparently and Jackbox, or nothing at all. I don't know, but we're gonna go raid Derakuda because also he popped in earlier and he got his partial monetization. Who? Mr. Derakuda. The Kuda of Deras? I don't know. But
yes,
yep.
Make sure to tell him that you want to lick his beard.
Why? When I can lick my own.
But he might have some goldfish crackers still in there.
You tempting bastard. You drive a hard bargain. Damn it.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Yep. How many dumb takes did they go for that scene? Way too many.
How many Darakudas does a Darakuda kuda if a Darakuda kuda'd?
How many Kuda cores does a Darakuda have?
I'll ask him.
All right, folks. Ginger, I'm out. Have a fantastic evening. I'm losing my brain cells, so I'm gonna head out for the night.
All right, bye-bye.
See ya. And for the rest of you fine folks, I see somebody, fucking no. I know, right? Yes, we're gonna go visit Darakuda for a bit, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. So, thank you everyone for joining, for watching. Helena, Sonia, Stinkbug, I very much appreciate that you have donated to my silly face. I very much appreciate it. So, I'm gonna go to bed, folks, while I still have brain power to shut the stream off. So, let's do our outro here. It's 5 a.m. It's time to go to sleep, Sonia. It's time to go to sleep. Just like me. So, thank you for watching, everyone. Good night, and I'll see you next time.